Fade that down, press that button. Down, press that button. And we're live. Press that button. And we're live.
Welcome, everybody. It is Sunday afternoon. I thought for a second it was morning, but it is for most of you. Have you seen these sleepyheads in this room up in here? Welcome to Sunday sessions of DJs and Dragons. We have our 4 adventurers, although only 3 of them are on video. We do have Taser here in spirit and by voice. Say hi, Taser. Yep.
Yes,
Well, he just. We also have everyone else, of course. Everyone, including Quent, who is quite literally only wearing a pair of pants. His character, not his. You're pushing, Eagle. Stop pushing.
Trying not to. I've turned it down to really low latency, so and everything really should be muted in the background.
Are you on push to talk?
And echo are all ticked.
Okay, that's it. Just.
No, I can't do push to talk. It's
You
freaking.
have to do push to talk, dude. You have to do push to talk.
He's on a phone though.
He's not. He's on a laptop.
Ah. Well,
You have to do push to talk because you're cutting in and over everyone. So we have Quent, who quite literally only wears like a pair of pants. We Ashrind, who we established. Look, have you seen Ashrind's hair? Oh my goodness, Jennifer Lopez would be jealous. And we have Arlo, who quite literally woke up just to do this session. We're pretty much ready to go. Anyone got any bits and bobs? Well, the competition, Ash, is as usual. Do you want to give people the update on the usual competitions?
Yep, so crit wins, crit fails. When we do them, I'll put it in the channel. It'll tell you what to put in, which is hashtag crit win or hashtag crit fail. You get entered into the draw. We'll do the draws at the end of the show. And then that gives you tickets into the main draw that will happen when we reach $100 or we get to Christmas, whichever happens first. We were doing quite well, but then it went back down to 20.
Well, it began amazingly because we started at 20 and it went to 0 in the first 4 dice rolls. It was nuts. But we're picking it back up again, so we're on our way. This is, I think, episode 6 now. We've had.
I've got
maybe
7. Oh, wait.
Oh, there you go.
No, 8. 8.
8.
5 was the Christmas special.
There we go. We have a lot to go on this evening. The guys have got to a crucial point. I'm super excited. So without further ado, let's dive in to today's session. I can't do that like head thing where I just can't do it. Right. Last we left off, our 4 adventurers had travelled to the mountain village of Vermeilen to discover what had caused the closure of the mine and disappearances some 70 years ago. On the way there, they battled some hags, found a curious mirror in their lair, carried on their journey, popped into a local town of Merin, and met the daughter of the former mayor of Vermeilen, who discovered that after the mine collapsed, people started going missing. People started having violent visions and nightmares. They were seeing monsters in the shadows. Upon arriving in Vermeilen, some of the group started to also see strange things. Ashrin saw his father, who he hadn't seen in years. Taser saw a gun that he'd been waiting and wanting on for quite a while. He saw it on a wall. But upon closer inspection, all of these seemed to be illusions designed to separate the group and get someone alone for an attack. One such attack happened in the home of the mayor. She had stayed after ensuring the escape of her wife and child to figure out what had happened and help any remaining villagers to get away. She had discovered some important information, that the town was indeed being haunted by some meanlocks, evil creatures from the Fey realm. She had made important notes in a journal that our adventurers discovered. Meanlocks are corrupted Fey creatures that spontaneously manifest in response to tragedy, and of course the mine had had a collapse. It also only happens in areas where the barrier between the real world and the Fey world is quite slim. Meanlocks create more of their kind by transforming others that they're able to psychically torment for days or hours on end. They live in subterranean nests, and they are sensitive to bright light and often hide in the shadows.
Oh, yes.
They had their information. That's what I thought I'd remind you.
Yes.
They had their information. They had the tools at their disposal of their weapons. The only thing left to do was to face the Meanlocks in their nest, the mine. Dun, dun, dun. Right, guys. So you ended your session trying to decide if you were going to have a long rest or not. And then decided it was probably a terrible idea. It is currently late afternoon, moving towards the it's into the evening. It's starting to get dark, which is a terrible time probably to be around creatures that don't like light. What are you going to do?
Yes.
Well, I think we should explore the rest of this house.
Oh, yes. Explore downstairs. Yes, I had got that written down. Because, yeah, we came straight upstairs for some reason, so we've explored all of upstairs. Got the letter and everything.
I think you heard a noise.
Did we try and loot the corpse?
Yes.
'Cause I know one disappeared and we killed one at the end of the last session.
So one got away, the other one was there, and upon investigating the corpse, you discovered that it was Mayor Leah Duvezin. Because you found her ornate
snowdrop
ring of office.
ring.
That was it. So you found that ring, which is worth 75 gold pieces. I don't know who's got that currently.
It is in the bag of holding, according to my notes.
There we go.
Yes.
So in the bag of holding, we have a gold snowdrop ring that you know. You also were kind of sent here by, well, you were sent here to discover the fate of the mine, but when you talked to her daughter, you did say that you would have a look, see what you could find, so you could, that there was the option of returning the ring if you wanted to not be mercantile bastards.
Yeah, we've also got a messed up. We've also got a messed up teddy bear. So.
And a messed up teddy bear. So a ring and a teddy bear is what you have so far, and you have currently, like you say, mostly explored the upstairs of the mayor's mansion.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
we need to go downstairs anyway to get out, so we might as well.
Good idea, Ashrin. Let's explore downstairs. Everyone heard it if it's his idea.
I just realised I need to let me just go in. I'm actually not in Roll20. That's ridiculous. I'm sitting here on the entrance screen to Roll20 because I was in everything else. So then I can move you into the correct spots, etc. Let me run my remove avatar function button and zoom out a little bit. There we go. I'm just loading now. So you were, I believe, in the master bedroom, and the fight kind of happened in the master bedroom / in the hallway, and you're now all kind of gathered in the hallway, at the top of the stairs.
Just moved myself and Tazar down to the bottom of the stairs.
Okay, is everyone following? I will obviously do.
And given that we now know these things don't particularly like light, I'm, as a cantrip, casting light on, I don't know, something on my chest.
If you say Arlo's bald spot, I'll kill you.
No, I'm protecting myself.
Allah's bald spot. Allah's bald star.
Just like on the front of my chest, so I'm just radiating light in front of me.
And whereabouts are you? I've put the monkey at the bottom of the stairs. Where are you, Ash? Are you behind everyone, or are you at the front?
Yeah, I'll be where I am. Yeah, that'll be fine.
Okay. So you come down back into the entryway. Again, your light now lights up the area. All the windows are pretty much grayed out and blackened out with dust. Yeah. Well, you've already been here. Where do you want to go next?
How about the top left-hand corner? So I think
So as you come down the stairs, there's pretty much a door straight away to your right. The entrance at the bottom of the stairs. There's a doorway, literally where Tazar is standing, is a doorway to the left. kind of here.
Yeah, makes
That would
sense to
be
me.
his left, I guess.
Yes, I think we've been in there.
Oh,
Or at
have
least
you?
we can see in there.
Yeah, no, I think that just got revealed. I don't think we've been in any of the rooms downstairs. I think for some reason we went straight upstairs.
Fair enough.
I mean, as he glances in that room, the door. I think you have opened the door. The door is open. The room was used mainly for dinner parties and meals. It would look like it is a functional dining room. It has a
Nice.
sideboard on the far wall with a dusty ceramic, serving dishes and bowls still atop it, and a very dead fireplace sat in the far corner, just here.
Any
So
fancy
what I'll do
silverware?
is I'll try and incept Tazar. Right. So I'll be like, Tazar, do you think there's anything useful that might be in that room over there?
Here you go.
Connecting.
I don't think he thinks there's anything interesting in that room.
Yeah, I think he. So we'll touch base in a second. So let's just. I want to say, do you want me to look for you?
So yeah, I'm trying to make him think it's his idea to go into the room.
Oh, you sent that to him, right? He goes. So he messages back saying, "Should he messages back via the mind as well, can't he?"
Oh, I'm saying it out loud, but
Oh,
you know,
okay.
being a smart guy and also a coward, I'm trying to convince him to go in the room
I will
without
check.
telling him to go in the room.
So he will go in, and if we can get him back anytime soon, is he?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm having to do voice. I've tried doing push to talk. It don't work. That's what was
Okay.
stopping me. Push to talk won't let me do it. So yeah, I am
Probably a
struggling
binding
seeing
issue.
what's going. Shouldn't be, but yeah, I'm struggling to on. So just give me everything we features.
So he walks into the room.
I need an investigate. I mean, at the moment, you can sit there and we'll do the role playing, and you can do the roles, sort of thing. You're gonna go in there, and you need to roll me an investigation check.
You should.
That's a very slowly updating D&D for some reason.
Yep. We
But
might
that's-
need to
Team.
close other things. Okay,
I've only
14.
I've got Discord, Roll20, D&D Beyond, Twitch. That is all I have loaded.
Okay.
Can Arlo also assist him in that by, you know, kind of looking over his shoulder a bit as he's looking around?
You can roll as well if you want.
That is a 22.
I mean, as he's looking around the room, what he discovers is it's an abandoned dining room. There's nothing of interest in here. All the utensils are mostly rotten or smashed or broken. There's nothing really of any value in the room whatsoever.
Right, okay. While they're doing that, then I'll have
Doesn't
wandered
seem
in.
to be anything of any value in here, Tazar. What a terrible idea to investigate this room.
I'll have
I
wandered
really
into the room with the
expected better
chairs.
of you.
As you walk into the there, you notice that you're in a parlour, which is empty except for 4 wingback chairs, situated on the left-hand wall, and a desk in the right-hand corner beside the window. A small fireplace dominates the southeast corner.
Okay, I'll have a quick look in the desk. I'm assuming there's probably not a lot down here, but quick look.
You rifle through the desk, and you don't find any important notifications or personal papers. There's a few crumbling sheets of blank parchment, a quill, and a dried-up inkwell.
Yeah, I mean, we found all the important papers upstairs, so unlikely to be anything down
It's
here.
quite funny. You went upstairs first, found everything that
Yeah.
you needed to do, and then the downstairs is kind of an anticlimax.
So yeah, presumably this
Okay.
isn't magic parchment or anything that could be useful to Arlo.
Correct. It's just Pepper.
normal.
Roll investigation or something.
Alright,
So-
so it looks like Quent's
Quent's gonna
wandered to
use
the
his
other
door
side.
opener.
Quent is wandering along. Are you going up or down, Quent?
It looks like it's just a room. I don't see any up or down things there.
As in up or down
Um,
on the screen.
So
North-
there's
No,
not
basically
north
a
or
door
south.
to your north, and there's a door to your south. Which door do you want to go in?
Well, okay, then. If you like it like that, I'll go north.
Okay, let me reveal that for you.
And the big reveal is fuck all.
Dun dun dun.
It's the kids' playroom.
Without a teddy
It's a
bear.
horde of skeletons. Oh damn.
There we go. So you should now be able to see up into that room.
Yeah.
Now, it's very important you set fire to all the chairs, because as we all know, mimics love to be chairs.
As you look in from, as
keep all
you
the
open the
chairs.
door, you see a round table with 4 chairs that stand in the centre of the room. A window that looks out to the backyard, a fireplace in the corner that is filled with broken masonry. There's a framed portrait that hangs on the right-hand wall.
Broken masonry. Okay. Well,
Bricks and stuff.
I thought pots and stuff. Just general investigation roll, I guess. Like looking for anything
Yeah,
weird.
roll me investigation.
Does he get advantage with his gorilla?
I don't think gorillas give
No.
advantage on vision.
And also it's a baboon.
Yeah,
It does.
baboon.
It does have pack tactics, but that's kind of not in this area.
So the room is
besides-
bare. The only thing you notice with that investigation is really the fainting, the oil painting that you see depicts Mayor Leah Duvezin. She's a dark-skinned woman dressed in a cream-coloured frock coat with a pale green cravat at her throat. Her dark hair is pulled up in an intricate twist. She wears delicate platinum diamond earrings, and on her hands, in her lap, you do see the ring that you found on the body upstairs.
Would it be an idea to take that picture back with us and give it over to the other? What's her name? You know, the other,
they
the
might
other,
like the
the
family
other mother
heirloom.
of the daughter thing.
That could be good.
Yeah.
Presumably you
Well,
were saying that
let's
out
do
loud
that.
to the rest of us.
Yeah, and I thought I just did, but okay.
yeah, no,
I
that
would
was
Imagine
what I
you,
was saying.
you call
I
over
assumed
to
you said it,
Tazar
yeah.
or something, ask him to get his bag of holding out and drop that picture in.
You could open up the bag of holding as much as it will open and kind of like squeezing something into a bag so get it in there. But yeah, you put that into the bag of holding.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, if it's canvas, you can always just crack the frame
Roll
and just
the-
roll,
roll it
yeah,
up, yeah.
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 Yeah, gently.
Tragedy, cutting him out.
Okay.
Okay.
So
As
the
you-
last
as you
room
cut
must
the
be the
picture
room
out
full of
frame. The
stuff.
frame attacks! Sorry, honey, I didn't mean to shout.
Hey, roll initiative.
So you look down. Okay, let's go down. Let's go down. That's what he said. As you open the door to the next room, you see what looks like an assembly room. Chairs are arranged in staggered rows with their backs to the door, facing a podium in the southeast corner. A sideboard sits on the left-hand side of the room, with a bookcase standing on the right-hand side of the doorway, filled with tomes and knickknacks. A cold brick fireplace occupies the southwest corner of the room.
Arlo immediately looks at the bookshelf. Doesn't matter if they're magical or not, is it? He just wants to see what's going on there.
Make
I
an
thought-
investigation check.
I thought you said cyborg. I'm like, what?
That is again a 22.
The bookshelf attacks.
On the bookshelf, yeah, you notice it's actually a mean look. The bookshelf has a lot of old, worn books. A lot of them discolored and rotten. What you do notice on the bookshelf is a small framed, very small, like a 6x4, small framed watercolor painting of a mountain range. Which you can keep. It's worth 2 gold if you want to sell it. You also, as you look on the shelf, find what is a chunk of raw platinum ore from the mine, which is worth 25 gold.
Wow. So he's going to look at the bookshelf and he's going to go, "Oh, it's a poor end for all these books. Sad they never got to be read again." He considers burying them and giving them a funeral. But, yeah, he's going to take that ore, I suppose chuck it in the bag of holding. So we'll add that. How much was that?
25 gold.
Gonna have to start a party fund in a minute. And yeah, he's I think Quent, he's already gone in there, he's already taken one of the paintings. Quent would probably take this painting as well, I'm sure.
Yeah, it could be the side piece to the other one. So
Yeah. So
maybe they're connected or something. So,
in the bag of holding, you have a large painting of Mayor Leah Duvezin. You also have a small watercolor painting, framed watercolor painting of a mountain range worth 2 gold pieces. As well as that, Arlo has his platinum chunk.
Right. Well, there doesn't really appear to be a lot left here.
No.
I think it's about time we checked out that mine. Don't you think, Jason?
Yeah.
So, how's everyone feeling? I'm a little dented, not too bad.
I think that was the discussion at the end of the last session, was trying to decide whether you're going to take a long rest or a short rest.
Well, I was going to look at his hands and be like,
okay.
feel like I have unlimited power. He's just doing his lightning hands earlier on.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, short would probably be fine for me. But I could do with rolling hit dice or two.
44 out of 50, so no issues here.
34 out of 39, so yeah.
I'd gain back all my spell slots, and Ashrin's definitely a little battered.
Was that a long or a short?
I think short should be fine, shouldn't it?
Short rest.
Okay, so you decide to... Which room are you going to set up in?
I'm liking this this front one because it looks like it's got comfy chairs in it.
Okay, so you head over and you sort of sit there, discuss what you've read about the weakness to light. You kind of touch base on everything and how everything in here is a little bit how crazy it was. Anyone want to discuss anything that's happened whilst you're on your rest?
Arlo will be asleep.
Arlo's having a nap.
So
Big surprise.
So they're sensitive
He's
to light.
He's just in the corner, just wheezing away.
So I can obviously cast light on myself. Have you guys got like torches or something or other you can have out?
I do have torches in my backpack.
I think it might be
Arlo does
worth.
as well.
Might be worth you guys just like strapping them to you or something or other. So you don't want
Strap a flaming torch to your naked body, Gwent.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Ooh,
What
that's
do you
tender.
say to that? Yeah, that's tender. Yeah. Okay. Would who would like to make a? Just roll me a d20.
So
okay,
I'm just going for it.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's a good one.
16.
It's the third 16 in a row.
The short rest. Oh, we should change software. The short rest goes off without a hitch. You don't hear any noises from upstairs anymore. It seems that the fight that you had seemed to have chased off any of the mean locks that were hanging around. They've probably gone back to where they feel safer. So yes, it goes off without a hitch.
Okay, so I'm going to do at least one hit dice.
Yeah.
That's 3 plus 3, so that's 6 points. And
Right. Before
at least
we short rested.
Oh, right.
One
Before we
second.
short rested.
Oh, go on, yeah.
Right, because I gained back 3 spell slots and I'd only used 2. So before my short rest, I would cast Mage Armor on Quent.
How do you get 3 spell slots back on a short rest?
Arcane Recovery.
Oh, nice.
Plus I have a Grimoire, which gives me an additional. So Arcane is half my level, so that's 2. And the Grimoire gives me an extra 1, that's 3. So with my third spell slot, before I gain them all back, I cast Mage Armor on Quent. So long as he's wearing no armor, his AC goes up by Is it 3? 2.
I think
Starts
it's
at 13
3.
anyway.
Yeah, +3 magic bonus mage armor. Yeah.
Yeah. So that puts Quent's AC at 20 now
Okay.
for 8 hours.
Nice. But is that concentration?
No.
Okay, so you can cast mage armor on him and then yourself.
Yeah, so I think we'll have 7 hours left on ours, and Quent's got 8 on his.
Well, presumably about 6
Opposite
by
way
now.
around.
Yeah, probably.
Oh yeah,
6.
sorry, 6 and 7. Yeah, 'cause you rest. Yeah. Okay, cool.
There you go, Quent. You're a proper tank now.
So your AC is currently 20, not 17.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll at least one more hit dice. Because I'm up to 24.
Okay.
Oh, that's better.
And-
Oh, that's a good one.
6 at 3 is 9. 31 or
Do you want
31.
to roll any hit dice?
That'll do.
I can easily roll one. If I can remember which one it is.
A D10 for Gwent, I think.
think so. Let me check.
I really can't see where it is either on his thing. Where is hit dice?
If you press short rest, it will tell you there.
Is
Oh, there you go. Yeah, press short rest. There you go.
But
it
yeah,
is
it's
a
one of those things. It's weird.
D12 plus 3.
Wow. Nice. Do it. Tazar, did you want to roll a hit dice? You're only down 5, but did you want to roll a hit dice just to get back up?
You probably ought to.
I would have thought
What
so.
was that, Quent?
Uno.
Oh, you rolled a 1. Wow.
Well, I got the plus 3
I-
anyway, so I'm up
I
to
can-
48, so I'm fine.
Can roll a hit dice. What was it?
So you just need to. You can click the short rest and roll a hit dice if you want.
I click the short rest. What's the hit dice? D20, right?
No,
There's-
your hit dice. It tells you when you short rest. So you have to tick it as you use one. So you get a D10 plus 2. So basically, click short rest, push the button that says hit dice, and then roll it, and then add it. You can basically click on the button to roll it in there. When you click on the red thing, when you click on the thing to use the hit dice, it gives you a little option to. You can then click on the dice and roll it. Yeah.
Given that we've got no healing in this party, we probably ought to use hit
Yeah.
dices when we get the chance.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
So you click short rest, yeah?
Yeah, I'll click on.
Click on where it says fighter hit dice, click on one of those, and then click on the
Yep.
thing underneath it that says 1d10 plus 2, and it should roll you a dice.
Rest. Turn it distance. So it's roll a D10.
What's happening?
5.
So that's a 5 plus 2 is.
So you're back to max, so you can put your hit points back to max. Cool.
Simon Pova.
So you rest up.
But it is important you use the actual short rest button rather than just rolling a dice, because it will tell you how many dice you've used.
No, exactly. That's what I said to do.
Number.
I did, but it wouldn't let me actually. I clicked on the fire thing that says the 1d10, and it.
Just like that.
Someone
And then
just
it
write
rolls
it
it,
down.
and then it adds it in there, and it shows the hit dice on the thing, and then you say take short rest, confirm, and then it's done. Does it all for you. See? Piece of piss. I've done it for you now. It's fine. We will have to go through on a video tutorial on how to use these things. Right. So you've rested up. You are ready to go. It's now very dusky outside. The sun is firmly setting. The moon is rising. There is light. It's a very low light. But yeah, it's kind of that kind of 7 o'clock in the evening around in the winter or in the autumn where it's definitely getting dark, but you can still see.
Okay.
Right.
What do we want to do, guys? I can see in the dark, so. Yeah,
Let's see the dark, Taser. Well, I think we ought to go in that mine then.
I was going to say, it's going to be
really
dark.
test that vision out.
It's going to be dark in the mine anyway, isn't it? So
Probably.
You come out of the house. You know from your exploring around that the mine is over this direction. And yeah, if Tazar's leading the way with his dark vision, in the middle you've kind of got Ashrin and his light, because he's got a light on himself.
And
So you
what
can
I
certainly
will
see
do
around you. Yeah.
is I'll summon Poe, and Poe will land on Tazar's shoulder, and it just allows me to give Tazar guidance at will, because it's be a touch spell.
I need you all to make a perception check in the first instance.
Ah, so it's got a thing I gave him guidance. It's
15 plus 3, 18.
13.
10.
You got -1?
Yeah, everyone goes for perception. I was like, nah.
So Ash, what's your total?
18.
Have we got Eagle's total yet?
I'm just doing it right now. It's not working on it.
I'm imagining Ashrin is able to pass whatever check we need.
Well, depends.
Yeah.
Depends what it is.
Arlo, you had the lowest. You get stabbed in the back.
Ooh.
Oh, did not have the lowest.
Okay. So only Ash, actually, as you're coming out and you're leading the way, I think maybe it's the fact you've got a light.
That was a natural one, by the way.
Oh, was that a
fail.
1? There we go. We have a crit
Oh,
fail,
yes.
guys. First crit fail. There we go. Nice. First crit fail of the day, reducing that price pot. So as you come out, you can't help but look in awe at the big tree in front of you. It's a massive bear tree, not like a druid bear. You know what I mean? Like naked bear. It's a massive bear tree that stands in the front lawn of the mayor's mansion. As you kind of find yourself almost drawn to it, you can't help but notice that just above head height on the left-hand side of the tree as you come out, so sort of the west-hand side of the tree, you see something almost glimmer, almost shine for a second. It looks like there's a knot in the tree, and yeah, it looks like there was some kind of glint.
Okay. So how high up is this?
It's about 5 feet high.
5 feet. Oh, so it's reachable. Wait, how tall am I?
A good question.
Like
Young
face
Young
height.
I'm 5'4",
feet high,
so
that's
yes,
like face
yeah.
height.
So
Like I said, it's about head height.
So, given that we've all been a bit bitten by glimmers before, I'm going to turn so that my light's pointing at it and go, can anyone else see anything shining in that tree just there?
Right. So Arlo's going to look over and say, "What is this, boy? What are you doing with messing around with trees? Were you like a druid in another life or something?" And he's going to look at this shiny object, and he's going to cast Mage Hand to kind of tap it or pull it out of there.
I think with your perception check, even when he highlighted it out, you can see a knot and you can see some leaves, but you're not really seeing the glimmer.
Oh,
Quent,
okay.
on the
In
other
that
hand,
case, he'll
you
just
are. You do see, again,
doing
about
that,
head
sure.
height, in a knot with some leaves, you do see a little glint, so it's not just you, Ash.
I'm gonna go and investigate it. Up close and personal.
Yeah, I'll go with him as well. Now
So
we know we're not hallucinating.
What you spot is within, it's almost, as you get to it, you notice that the dead leaves and some empty nutshells appear to have been put there, as if they were trying to cover something up that has now fallen away with weather and over time. And as you actually see there's a small hollow in the tree, and in it rests a delicate necklace. It's about thumb size. It has a thumb-sized oval pendant threaded on a thin chain. And as you investigate it, Quent, as you pick it out, you look on the back. Can you read common?
Yeah, I can definitely.
Can you read? I think that's probably the
Can
question.
you read? Yes.
Languages include common and giant, so I'm guessing I can read it.
So you see on the back, it says in a very, very careful script, it says "Forlorna forever" on it.
Grab it, put it in the bag of holding.
There we go. You have a pendant with "Forlorna forever." Cool. And
Okay.
that's it.
Right. Enough diddly
You're
daddling.
dilly-dallying, the pair of you. We have a mine to explore.
To the mine.
So,
To the
as
mine,
you-
indeed.
what is,
Tezar, lead the way.
Taser, what is your passive perception?
At 12.
Okay, cool. So you have a passive perception of 12. So yeah, you're walking along, and
I mean, since I've got light and dark vision as well, I'm
Yeah.
only going to be 5 feet behind him.
what is your passive perception?
13, so not huge much difference, but
So you walk along, both of you trying to keep a good eye out as you follow the route to the mine. Let me just move my thing here and go dun 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 dun. Dun. So as you walk along, you move almost up in toward the mountainside a little bit more now. It gets a little bit steeper, a little bit harder to go. It's getting darker. But fortunately, thanks to Ash's light and the dark vision of the people leading the way, it's pretty clear run. And again, there's no real... You don't see any threats coming at you. You just all die. No, you don't see any threats coming at you, so everything seems pretty clear. You're keeping a good eye out. You're well protected. You keep a shape. You know what I mean? You have trained fighters amongst you, so, you know, you've got Arlo in the middle who's just like, well, this just seems a little bit nonsense, but Quent's at the back watching behind, Ashrin's keeping an eye around. You're keeping a protective circle, and as you finally walk up, you see a gaping hole in the mountainside on the northeast of the village, which marks the entrance to the platinum mine. Several carts sit outside the cavern. You see one there that's filled, even to today, with rock and dirt that must have been piled up in it many, many years ago. Others, you see large beams of wood, supports that would have been ready to have been put in as they extended the mine that never got used after the mine's collapse. Let me just read the next bit. During the day. You don't see that because it's dark, baby. Make so can Ash and Tazar make perception checks for me?
okie dokes. Perception plus 3, 13, 16.
Okay.
Ooh,
Ooh, that's a nice one.
dirty 20.
A little dirty 20. So you do see tracks, like cart tracks from again. Let me just read what it's. So basically, cartwheels. There are deep grooves in the ground where carts back in the day would have led tracks. So you can see clearly the way into the mine, and there is a very singular path as you go in. As you look in, you are greeted by pitch blackness. There is no light. There is nothing to give any kind of lightness to the mine whatsoever. You
Light
do
up a
see-
torch.
Yeah,
So
so I
you-
suppose at this point, Arlo will also be lighting a torch. So he's obviously got the spell book in one hand and a torch in the other.
Look at one and
wizard.
torch in the other. Tazar's going to rely on his dark vision, I would imagine. Let me know if I'm wrong. Ash has light cast on himself. Let me move you to your final destination. That sounded grim, didn't it?
Just one thing. How heavy did the beams of wood that they potentially would use to expand the mine look?
I mean, they were your standard, I don't know, 8 foot tall,
Probably a bit heavy to just carry around in case.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Nah,
certainly know
this is
that
a
this
torch.
would be carried by a bunch of dwarves would carry this and
yeah,
they would
okay.
hoist it up. This isn't. I mean, Quent could carry it, no problem, but then he wouldn't be able. I mean, he could even hit people with it if he wanted to. But
No, I
he's
was just
probably
thinking
better
in
off with his
case there's a
axe.
cave in, but yeah, no, it sounds like probably
Now,
be
I
more
believe,
faff.
and I could be mistaken, I don't think I've put any torches. Did I put any torches in this map yet? I don't think I did, because I didn't know if you were going to be carrying torches or not. So I'm going to create a couple of light sources.
But while our DM is creating a light source, I'm going to whisper to to Quent. Right. Or actually, no, I probably wouldn't need to whisper. I'd probably say this out loud. So, Quent. Oh, I found something a little bit earlier that I think might help us out in a situation like this. And I'm going to hand him a potion bottle. Right. And I'm going to tell him, this is an elixir that will enhance your strength for at least an hour. And a fellow like you could really make good use out of that, I think. Yes. So that's, if I can find it, inventory. That's a potion of giant strength. And if you drink it for the next hour, your strength will go up to 21. So that means more damage every time you hit something.
Ooh, interesting.
Are you going to drink it?
I was going to say, presumably it's an action to drink it.
Yeah, might as well.
Okay.
Because why not?
So that is. Can you add in D? Oh, I just rolled a strength check for Quent. Can you add modifiers to? How do you add modifiers to? Jesus, stop rolling the dice. How do you add a modifier? Because obviously all his rolls are affected by that. How do you add a modifier in D&D Beyond? Does anybody know?
You could just change his strength to 21, but
But how? That's what I'm saying.
So
Like,
if you click on the
right-click-
number, not the modifier, actually on the number, then you can do other modifier or override score, or at least I can on me.
So Quent probably can and I can't. So Quent, click on the number of your strength and change that to 21. Modify that to 21.
Donski.
Nice. This is
So I
going
think
well, guys. This is
Quint
good.
has now got, what is this? 8 plus 8 to hit, and he does whatever plus 6 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sweet.
and +7 if it's just a normal hand axe.
Just.
Yeah.
So,
I like to think Quint does a bit of a Popeye thing, you know, he just chugs this, and then his muscles just go boing.
so you've got in. We've got. Let me just go into there. So what you can see is what you can see. Lighting's not great on Roll20, guys, but we'll give it a go because it works for the scene. The mine is dark and damp. You hear the sound of dripping water echoing from the deep within. Light fades faster than you think it should as you move deeper, and you're completely wrapped in the oppressive doom and gloom and shadow. I need all of you to make a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw.
Okie dokie.
It's a crit 1.
Now I'm just going to mention, Tazar, you have not used your guidance yet. So you can add a D4 to whatever you roll.
Oh dear. I've only got 13. And
Yeah,
what
I
was
got
that? You got a crit 1. Oh
I
dear.
got
Got
a
another
1.
crit, another crit fail, guys. Another crit fail. Let's get the thing in there.
Yeah, in a
And
minute we need to
Arlo-
ask the viewers to pay us money.
Arlo, what's that minus?
-1.
So you're okay. So you've made it. So there's only 2 successes, 2 failures. It's not unfortunately a team challenge. It does mean the 2 people that failed, you are now at disadvantage for any intelligence or wisdom checks whilst you're in the mine. As you're distracted by the noise and the whispers and the shifting shadows. You're basically a little fidgety, you're a little nervous, and you're suddenly seeing things that aren't there as the Meanlocks kind of put things on you.
Okay.
You two are basically very distracted by the movements and the hallucinations. Yeah, I mean, Ash, you're seeing constant images of your father everywhere you look now, and it's distracting you. So basically, disadvantage for all intelligence and wisdom checks.
Well, that's nothing new for me anyway, so meh.
Okay, so as you progress, I imagine you're going to walk. So can we get? Is that the running order that's in there? Is how I put you in there? Is that how you want to be, or do we want to change the running order?
You'd probably put me in front since big guy.
Yeah,
I
Tazar
don't know.
does say he likes to be a little bit behind, so he would be
So he can
maybe behind
shoot.
Quent.
So do you want Taser in the back with dark vision looking behind, or in the middle?
Actually, no, that's a good point. I think
Remember,
Taser brings up the
light.
rear with Quent at the front and the squishies in between.
And obviously, Quent won't be able to
Squeezies.
see.
Yeah, so I'll go straight behind Quent. Arlo after
but
me,
Quent,
Taser
Quent,
in the rear.
Quent, you are carrying a torch, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
And
so
it
you're
is
leading
lit.
the front with it. You've also made of light, and then you've got that, and then we've
Yeah.
also got a torch around about here as well. So as you're leading the way this way, I will move you in, and I will do some reading. The mine.
Did we get Tazar's roll there for?
Yeah, it was a 16.
Yeah,
That's a
17.
strength check, isn't it?
Ah, did we get Tazar's roll? I'm assuming when I look across it, he has rolled. Tazar?
And I'm trying to wisdom. I was trying
Wisdom
to
saving throw, is it? Or wisdom
Yes.
check?
Wisdom saving throw. You need to get these rolls quick because it takes so long to roll, yeah?
Ah, actually, I got an 18 because I get +1 on my saving throws.
Nice.
Anyway.
Not helping.
Oh, come on.
So you're
Hey.
also at disadvantage for all intelligence and wisdom checks. So it's only Arlo that's not at disadvantage. You're the only one with a... You've had a sleep. You had that snooze. I think having that snooze, you've already forgotten about the mean locks and how scary they were, whereas everyone else is terrified and a little bit nervous and is at disadvantages.
Don't need to
It's
sleep.
because I
I
got
just-
a minus on my wisdom score. I'm not smart enough to know I'm in trouble.
Exactly that. So,
If
As
not
you make your
friend,
way-
why friend shaped?
as you make your way, the main tunnel heads into the mountain, ending in a pile of rubble left over from the cave-in. So there are now, you basically, as you head in, you see secondary hallways branching off to the left and right. Yes. So you kind of, the first thing you come across as you're wandering is a branch in the path right there. Which way do you want to go?
Well, the one thing that I know from all my years of adventuring and exploring is you don't split the party. Rule
Alright.
number one: I had a friend who split the party once. Emphasis on had.
Never saw him again.
I mean, given that we've seen these things can hypnotize us and paralyze us and that, I agree. Yeah, let's stick together.
No, they don't want to flip a coin.
I'd say
no, it's Toxie
continue
that's got the coin, isn't
northward,
it?
but that's not to me.
Yep.
Can I just, because I didn't put them on these tokens, can I just get hit points for the whole party, starting with Eagle?
Oh, you can actually enter them yourself.
I know I'm about to. I'm saying, if you can just tell me your hit points.
Also, it's 39 out of 30.
Someone's put that in there.
Tazar, your sheet says 34 out of 39, Bell.
No, it's now 39 if
No,
you refresh.
you're on 39.
'Cause he
Yeah, you need to
short-rested.
refresh.
Yeah, you just haven't updated D&D Beyond.
He has.
It has,
Okay.
just not
Yeah.
for you. You have to refresh his sheet if you do it.
There we go.
I got 48 of 50, so
48, 50, super.
and that's the max. I got 48 currently.
Got double my hit points.
So you're 25, cool, and Ash,
I'm 31 of 31.
cool.
I should be able to see 6. I mean, yeah, that should be good.
Okay, so as you make your way, you get to the first junction.
Making our
Quint,
way.
you're in the front. Are you going to keep going in a northerly direction, or do you want to follow the path to the south?
I vote for continue northwardly. Huh? Yeah. That way.
I follow the big guy.
I was going to say,
Okay.
given we have no other information, yep. We'll go with your gut feel, Gwent.
Yeah, we can always double back.
Exactly.
Accidentally take the
highest-
wrong way when
your
we're running, get
highest-
scared shitless out of the mine or something. Who knows?
Your highest passive perception is 13 across the group, correct?
Mine's 13.
Yeah, I'm 12, I think.
Yep, looks like.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Poe
Ash,
doesn't have dark vision, so Poe can't fly in it.
Ash, you're the only one that you do hear, kind of like you do hear light noise coming from down to the south, almost like like because you can hear the water sound dripping, and it's almost like a subtle sound within that, almost like the sound of movement. You don't quite know what kind of movement. You hear the sound of movement.
Okay, so I'll in hush tones, not whisper, but hush tones.
I also want to can I just as well? Are you just walking, or are you all trying to be stealthy?
Suppose
Well,
we
no
can,
one mentioned anything about stealthy, so I guess
didn't.
we're
I
just
mean,
normally walking.
We all have bright torches on us as well,
Yeah.
so I'm guessing we're not going to be all that stealthy. So that's why I say. So I'm not whispering, but I'm not shouting either. I was going to say, I think I can hear something down to the south. Not
I
sure
love the
what.
fact that you clarified that exactly, because
And
the
then
exact
whispered.
description in here says, if anyone makes a noise louder than a whisper. So, as you look down there, you think you see like a set of eyes or something, and then you realise there's quite a lot of eyes, and all of a sudden, much like in every single horror movie in a cave ever, that you get swarmed by a swarm of bats flying around, and they're flying around your lights. Those that have got the lights on them, so everyone really except Tazar is being completely swarmed by bats. Make a let's get a initiative roll.
By the way,
please.
are they actual bats or are they what they called sturges? The
It is a
blood-sucking things.
swarm of bats.
Okay.
They are actual bats.
Initiative
good
10.
dice roll.
Oh wait, 12.
Okay, let me clear the initiative order.
That is my third 16 in a row.
There's been a lot of 16s today. It was DM XDM. It's control. No, it's not control.
Control
L.
U.
It's control U. Of course it is. I control you. I control all of you. Let's get initiative roll, please, Eagle.
That is 20. No, 19. 19.
I'm going to roll for the bats. Oh, natural 20! That's the first crit win of the evening. First crit win of the evening.
I had to
Beautiful.
steal
Afternoon.
away my high initiative roll.
I don't even know if they've got a plus, by the way. I've just closed down their character sheet so I can do the initiative stuff. Dooba-dooba-doo. Bats. Let me click on the middle button so I get in a different tab. Right. So as they fly around you, they're just screeching, and they're swarming, drawn through you. So yes, that's it. You do need to attack and get rid of them, or otherwise or put out your torches and try and hide. They have a dex of 2, so that would be a 22 for the bats.
Oh wow.
I put my initiative in.
Yep.
Thank you.
Does it count as one object or multiple for attacking?
So, the way it counts is that effectively there's 3 tokens of bats. And they're going, each of them has gone after one of the sources of light. So
Okay.
effectively, it's 3 enemies that you're up against that are called a swarm of bats. Let me just click on the swarm of bats now and go control you. Did I put them on your lair yet? No, I didn't. There is your swarm of bats. Token layer. Okay,
I
guys.
was just looking at burning hands and just thinking, I didn't ask how big the room was. Anyway, so the bats
How
are
is
going-
everyone? No one said hello to Twitch. So who's in Twitch? We've got Trace, we've got Ratbait, we've got Josuke. Hi guys, how's it going? So this is our first combat. Our first combat today is brought to you via me getting a beer straight before the combat starts.
We have our budding DM, Darius
As you-
Nightshades.
As you get swarmed by bats, we're going to take a 1 to 2 minute break because I also need to pee.
I need
So
to
there
pee.
are bats everywhere. We have some things. Let's all have a pee and then we'll be back. Oh, Ash, that is a abysmal roll.
Same roll as Tazar, but my dex is even lower.
Nice. Okay, we'll be back in 2 minutes. Let's get our little trans screen up and we'll see you all in a second.
Oh yeah, intermission, content.
might be a good idea.
And we're back.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm eating chili Honduran prawns. It's very nice. Right. Bats have swarmed our adventurers. We've rolled initiative, and the good news is the bats get to go first. So, 3 sets of bats, each attacking. The first one is attacking Quent, and that's a 10 to hit, Quent.
Yeah, one sec about that, because my pet has a thing about the things attacking.
Okay.
Yeah, pack tactics, I think.
Remind me. Pack tactics is when you're both attacking, I think.
If a friendly
Baboon has
creature is within
advantage
5
on
feet of you, you get advantage to attack.
I'm guessing the baboon is behind you, like that.
Yeah, something like that. Oh, advantage on attack rolls. At least one of the baboon's allies is within 5 feet of the creature, and the ally isn't in the capacity. That word.
Anyway, it's not going to affect the DM's attack roll.
Nah.
Oh, fucking hell. The second one's attacking Ash and rolls a 19.
That will hit.
It's just like, should I shield
Even through
against
the
the
mage
bats?
armor.
Is it worth shielding?
So, that hits, and that is... Okay, yeah, that's fine.
I told you, never say never.
Do you know the one thing? Do you know the one thing I need? And I always struggle to find them. Okay, I don't know why. It's my D
D4.
fucking 4s, man.
That bodes
There's one.
well.
Yeah, 19 D4s. Okay, 2D4. That is a 4 and a no. That is 2 4s.
Okay. Maybe that
You're
doesn't bode
regretting
well.
not shielding now.
You're really
is-
pissed off that bad.
That is 8. So they all swarm around, and Quent kind of ducks down and swishes his axe around like this, and it kind of disperses them away from him. The rest of them come down, a bunch attack you, and they're just scratching your face and biting you and catching you, and 8 points. Is it a plus? No, straight 2d4. So that is 8 points of damage. The final ones are attacking Arlo, who also has a torch.
They roll an 8.
That's good because they rolled an 18. So that was a natural 18. So what is that? Both of yours gone now, or?
That is both of mine gone. But that is the best use of them. Instant failure on attacking me. It's actually great if you're running away from people.
It might have been
It's like,
better.
I run away.
If you'd have
attack-
saved that to when you've been attacked by the huge dragon that's coming.
Arlo has no health. That 8 that Astrid got, that would have been like a third of his HP.
I mean, admittedly, it was 2d4. It was a very lucky roll. But now you're all good. So you, as they're coming towards you, you see what happens to Ash, and you just use the whatever is within your essence that is able to guide things away
saw
from you.
this
And
in
they
a
just-
dream.
and
Ducks.
that's it. You saw it in a dream. You saw yourself get attacked, get all that damage, and you duck. And then all of a sudden, Tazar behind you gets. They start to go around him, but he just puts up the shield and blocks them off. That takes us to Arlo.
Okay, so what I think I'll do is I'm going to give Shocking Grasp a try. So cantrip, +7 to hit, and that's not in the dice tray. And that's probably not going to hit.
Oh dear.
9.
Nope.
No. I think that's probably going to be all I can literally do. No, that's not going to help.
You got
Yeah.
movement.
I'm not going to move. Attacks of opportunity. So yeah, I'm
Okay, so
just
you're
like
just-
trying to touch one.
You're trying to
stun
reach. You're basically trying to reach up and grab one to electrify it, but they're just too quick. You can't get hold. Takes us to Quent.
Oh dear, my turn. Well, I guess I'm gonna spank the crap out of him if I can hit him.
with a +8. I think you might.
You never
roll that
know.
dice.
You never know.
I'd like to think you were swinging the axe around to get them off you, and then you just kind of swish out and try and cut one of them in half.
I'm thinking I might be trying to flat blade or something. I don't know. We'll see.
Pancake them against the wall.
17 to hit. Does hit?
17 hits.
Oh, that is good. So that means this one plus 6. So 12 damage to bat.
Okay, so you go for the first swarm that's around you, and as you swing round to kind of try and pancake just one of them against the wall, you then pull your axe away, and there's 3 of them splattered against the wall. And around you now, there's only a couple of birds back up. It's already bloodied.
Oh dear.
That didn't kill it. Bats.
A swarm of bats.
Swarm of bats.
Yeah, swarm. They're small. Did I get the baboon to attack or?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see what the baboon does. Nat 20. Baboon
Nice.
And
goes-
you get to roll with advantage.
Yeah.
got
I'm
bad
not sure if
and
your
an
advantage on a nat 20 helps.
Yeah.
Well, you could get another nat 20.
Well, we can always find out.
So,
15. So at least definitely gonna hit, and that's on the other side. That is bite. Melee attack +1 to hit. So in theory it's 21. Reaches 5 feet, 1 target hit, 1
win,
d4
everyone.
plus
Great
1
win.
piercing. 1d4 plus 1. Or is that a -1?
It is a -1.
it
Damn.
does 1d4 -1 damage.
Piercing damage.
As you put the baboon in the front, because
of
you probably
course
want to
it-
roll another thing.
Of course it's a 4.
There you go. So that's 3 points of damage.
3 points
So
of
as you
damage.
pancake 3 of them against the wall, he just suddenly reaches up and starts to bite down on this bat, and
I
it
see
bites
it.
that bat's head off. And now there's literally just like one bat flying around you. You're definitely not swarmed by bats anymore.
I hope that bat's really scared shitless right now.
Okay, takes us to any bonus action. That was your attack. That was your bonus action. Did you want to move?
Nah, I think I'm good here.
Okay, Taser.
I'm just gonna with my cam.
So as they miss, as he sees the future, do your roll. As he sees the future and moves out the way, they fly past him and come towards you, and you just pull out the rapier and just like slash. Give me the attack roll.
Seems to hit.
How much?
17.
17 to hit.
17. That hits. So you roll damage.
The AC's less than 17, guys.
A 4.
Okay, so you just sort of you manage to basically the way a rapier is kind of like a very thin blade, almost like what you'd use in fencing. And as you sort of swipe around, you suddenly poke forward, and you literally have a bat on a stick.
Get a couple more, and we can have a kebab.
Or a kebab.
Okay. Anything else?
I think that's all I've got right now.
Okay. Moving on to Ash.
Yeah, probably don't want to use an action surge or anything. Not for bats.
Not on bats, no.
Well, hopefully not. Though if they
It's
do the same
definitely gonna be
amount of
the
damage to me
weakest
again.
thing. Well, that's true.
Right, I'm having seen Arlo do it. I'm going to try not that it worked. I'm going to try and shocking grasp them as well.
I like that he tried to reach out and grab one and missed. You're like, I can do better than that.
Hopefully,
Yeah,
Well,
we're
that's
all
bad
like,
because
we're just
Arlo
going
is so
to try and
slow.
save our spell slots. Let's use crappy little cantrips on these things. It bats doesn't
And then
sound
die
bad.
by
Yeah,
bats. Death
exactly.
by bats.
except
Well, that's a little bit
18 plus 5, 23.
That definitely hits. I like to think that he reached out and was like, oh, damn it. And then you were like, yeah, it's like this.
You know, you could have actually baned all of them as well.
I did consider it. That's 3. There's no plus on that.
Straight
Just
three.
3.
Wow. Okay, so your bats, you've managed to electrocute one, but even that one manages to limp away. And it's still flying.
Carrying along a smoke trail.
Takes us round, so all the bats are still up, although one of them only gets half damage now. So the first one attacking Quent actually rolls really well, by the way. And that is it a +4 to attack, or it's a 4? 19 to hit on Quent. I hate you all.
Not it.
So then the next one's around Ash. That's 10 +4, 14 to hit.
Oh, it just doesn't know. AC 15 with my mage armor.
Okay, so they are now kind of flying around you, and they're a bit scared with your electric hands. And the ones attacking Arlo is 4 plus 4, 8. That definitely doesn't hit.
Oof.
So no damage on this round from the bats. Takes us to Arlo.
Yeah, so whichever one Ashrin attacked, I'm going to try and attack that as well with Shocking Grasp.
Okay.
Right. Well, actually, no. It's taken damage, hasn't it? So-
all of the swarms have taken damage.
Right. So Shocking Grasp is a D8, but if it's taken damage, Toll the Dead's a D12. So do me a DC 15. Which one is this? Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, you know what? These are wise bats.
Really?
Yeah, they're not very charismatic. They have a -3 on charisma. They have a +1 on wisdom. Only a +1. So a DC 15. Do I have inspiration? No, they failed.
Right. Now, if I can just remember what a D12 looks like.
A D12 is like a hexagonal thing.
I think that's a D12. And,
Yeah.
oh my god. Fucking 1.
That's not a 12.
No,
That not a
that's a
12?
10.
No, that's the 10.
It's a 10. Right. Okay.
12
brilliant.
looks like a hexagonal thing.
Yeah, that's better.
You
But
rolled
still,
one
also
again.
one.
Wow.
Oh my god.
So is that a straight 1 damage, yeah?
1 damage, 1 necrotic damage, if that makes a difference.
I'd like to think that he reached out and electrocuted this one bat, and it limped away, and then you looked at it and went, no, and then that one bat died out of the entire swarm. Okay,
It's a D12 and it's 2-1. Oh my god.
you realise if we just keep going at this kind of rate of damage, we won't even get through this bat fight before the end of the session. That takes us to Quent.
I need level 5 so I can get fireballs.
That'd work well in this tight corridor.
Really
Yeah,
good.
I'm hiding. Well, I guess I'll great axe the beep out of this.
So you're gonna attack your swarm.
Whatever the thing is
Yeah,
that's
roll to
attacking me.
hit.
15 plus
Definitely
8.
A lot.
23, so I think...
I think it's safe to say, unless you were to roll... Nope.
7 plus 6.
Having
that's
pancaked the
13.
3 last time, the other one picking off one, you've just seen that last lonely bat, and you've just carved that one in half. And that is the end of your swarm. So your swarm is that, you're like, what are you doing back there, guys? Because you've just taken your swarm out in 2 hits.
Okay, so what I want to do is tell Baboon to go and oh, you can really see Cass is using 2 different cameras there.
It's not, though. That's the same camera. It's just gone.
How is one face narrower
It's
than
narrow,
the other
guys.
one
It is.
if it's
Two
the
different
same
cameras.
camera?
It's the same camera.
But one's going for OBS or something.
Both are going through OBS, but in slightly different ways. But anyway.
Yeah.
We should
One of them, he likes one of them because it makes him look a little thinner.
I like to think if this was the main campaign that Captain Jax would be trying to charm the bats. Ooh, You're a cute
Welcome
little bat. Why don't we go on
Welcome.
a date? The bat stops attacking.
So whilst you were gone, guys, they defeated the bats, they've beaten the dragon, and the campaign is... No, let's carry on. Right, so we waited for you. We have just had a baboon eat a bat, and now we're moving down to Tazar.
Save me, Taser!
I'm gonna swing at whichever bat's closest to me.
Yep, so swinging at the rapier at the bats. Yep, do it. You got to like that I positioned the bats so that none of them could be flanked.
It's a 12 to hit, so
Which
I'm
we
guessing
know.
12
yes.
hits. 12 is the AC.
Shish kebab those bats, Taser.
So roll damage.
5 piercing damage.
Okay. We gotta get that damage up, Tazar. Okay, that's done. Anything else?
Not with bats, no.
Okie dokie.
No one is going to action surge the bats.
Nope.
Hopefully not.
We move on to
Unless-
Ash.
Not unless we're taking a short break so I can get it back.
No, so... yeah, once more for cantrip, and if this doesn't work, we'll see where we go. But, yeah.
This doesn't work. He's going to
You
scorching
just
ray.
need to move out of the way of the things, and so that Quent can get in with his big axe.
Yeah, 19
19
plus
hits.
something or other. Yeah. And better than a 3.
It's more that your damage attacks that are just doing terrible.
Well, exactly,
So 5. And are you
5.
attacking the ones to your left or to your south?
Which were the ones that attacked me? Those ones.
South.
South there.
Yeah, so that's 5 points of damage. They're the least damaged at the moment. And okay.
And...
Is that it? We're going back to the bats.
yeah, I can't easily move anywhere to...
So the ones attacking Ash, having just been hit by him again, as you electrify them this time, the electricity flies through the bats, and then they swarm around you vehemently. 18 to hit.
That will hit, yes.
I'm gonna roll 2d4. This time I only managed to roll 2 3s, 6 points of damage.
Ouch, these things are hurting.
I tell you what, they got some sharp claws with these d4s. My d4 rolling's been supreme. I think I've rolled more with my d4 than Arlo's rolled with his 12s.
True story.
So that's their turn, and we're going to the ones attacking Arlo, and that is one of those.
Oh,
That's a
Oh,
crit
wow.
fail, everybody. Crit fail again. Let's get that prize fund down. Crit fail in the channel. Let's get that command in there, and then that's definitely a miss. So that takes us down to Arlo.
Arlo is going to toll the dead at the ones that just tried to attack him, because the DM has just mentioned they are slightly more hurt.
They are bloodied, in fact. Just
Yeah.
Okay, so toll the dead. Did DC 15?
15.
I rolled 14 plus 1. That's 15.
Son of a bitch.
So nothing happens, right?
Nothing. It's a cantrip.
Oh, moving on to Quent. No one moved out of Quent's way either.
I couldn't really.
I can't.
I mean, you could have
really do
you could have
anything.
switched places with him. I'd have given you that. You'd
Well,
have taken the
attack
attack
of
of opportunity.
Exactly,
But
that's
you
the
got-
problem.
yeah.
What I can do is I can tell Baboon to move one spot up to where the crossed over ones are, and I can
could.
move over there.
That's
I think you should be more creative. I think you should tell the baboon to stand on Ashrin's shoulders.
It can certainly try.
Exactly.
That would be
Baboons are good
an
at climbing. It could climb
would
on the
that be
ceiling. It's a
acrobatics
thing.
or athletics or
I mean, if you want to get, do you want the baboon to climb on Ash's shoulders? Because I'm down with that.
yeah, let's do that.
So make an acrobatics check for the baboon.
Ashrin just got a baboon on his shoulders doing that over his head.
Just can't believe.
17.
Do you know what?
He's actually gotta
Without
do
further ado, it hops up onto his shoulders, and he's now wearing a baboon hat. There we go. And Quent, at some point you will need to roll me a poop check to see if it does do a little poop on him.
Oh, you know it's better. You know it's better.
Okay, so you can still attack now with both the baboon. I'll put it there for now.
Yeah.
You can still attack with the baboon, and if you move into that gap, you can attack yourself.
Okay, well, I'm gonna let the baboon attack first. Holy crap.
Yeah, it hops on the shoulders, reaching out for a bat at the same time.
Yeah.
The baboon's rolled really well. Oh, but not this time. I jinxed it. Sorry.
Yeah, you jinxed it. It's only got a 10,
That's one
so
roll.
that's not gonna hit it.
So the action of moving on his shoulders.
It flails around after them, but can't get them.
It then has to. It then puts as it's thinking it's going to fall off. It just grabs onto, and it's currently got its little paws over Ashrin's eyes.
Sounds about right.
And
Yeah.
Quent,
I am going to move one step.
don't roll a natural one.
What's ridiculous is
Well,
the
now
baboon
you
gets
jinxed it.
tactics because Ashran's within 5 feet of him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was with advantage, Quent. You can roll again for the
Oh,
baboon.
yeah. It's just 18.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's
it-
better.
It,
That will
it,
hit.
it does. It reaches out. It doesn't get it. Then it just goes up again, just when you think it's finished, and it is able to grab it.
And it's a 4 minus 1, so that's a
Those
3
fours,
damage.
we are rolling well on those fours.
Yeah.
Better than
Yeah,
the D12s, that's for sure.
Yes, you know what I mean. So there you go. And then so it manages, and then you step up, and just like I say, with Ashrin so close, don't roll a natural one.
Well,
fine.
but 11 is good
That
because
definitely
that's also
hits.
plus 8, so 19.
And then roll your damage, which again I think your base plus is more. Yeah,
That is a
Ooh,
12.
that's how you roll a
12 out of-
Does he get
12 out of
advantage because
12
he's
plus
flanking?
6.
he's already. It would have been, but he's already killed it anyway, so it doesn't matter. So-
18 damage.
How you roll a
That's-
D12?
You know what I mean? This is the sort of damage
that's how you
Tazar
do
would
it.
be doing if he had his gun out.
Arlo, that's how you roll a
So you
d12.
definitely don't shoot a gun at bats. That is how you roll a d12. Like a d12, like a d12. I like how, like, basically Quent has almost single-handedly killed 2 of them, and everyone else is
It's
just,
just
like,
flapping around.
that's his turn. That takes us to Taser. You now don't have any bats to your within melee range,
You need to move a little bit.
but you can step forward onto the corpses of the bats to there, if you like, and attack the others.
A little bit squishy, but okay.
Thought the bat that was semi-north of me would be that.
Say that again.
I would have thought the one that's like Bavalo.
They're dead now.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
ones that Quent just killed. So all those bats are dead. All the bats the other side of Quent are dead. There's just the ones on the other side of Arlo, so you'd have to move up to here if you wanted to attack.
Is there any of those bats missing from the group?
Is in, are they
They're still
damaged
just
at all?
swarming around the fires.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if
Are they
there's
blooded?
like X amount in the
They're
group.
not blooded.
but,
They're down a couple. They have definitely taken damage, but there's still 2 or 3 up. They don't have a lot of hit, but they're over half health still.
Go for it, Tazar. What you doing?
Yeah, I'll take the.
Gonna shish
Okay.
kebab him with your rapier?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, attack
No.
roll.
I was gonna say flamethrower, but okay.
Oh, don't beg me. I will burning hands this entire room.
Burn!
That one's a nat 20. Whee! 25.
Double
That hits.
damage.
Nice.
So roll damage and then we double. Probably, I don't know if it'll already double it. Let me know.
Does.
Ten damage.
10 damage.
So how do you want to do this? So basically, Quent has taken out one, pancaked a lot at the top by him. You kind of saw that. He then came at the bottom. His baboon got one as you were all flailing around, and then he just carved into the rest of them. As he does that, you step onto the corpses of the other rats, the other bats. You see them still. They've done. These are the bats that are covered in blood, but not their own blood. They're covered in Ashrin's blood. As they've been swarming around him. What do you do to finish them off?
Obviously, I'll do my sword up and there you go. Shish end up on my sword as shish.
Kind of like stabbing them and ending up with a kebab sword of bats.
Yep.
Excellent. Okay.
I know what Ashton thinks. He's going to be looking at that and just his stomach's going to be rumbling. He's going to be, yeah, that'd be a great snack if we just want to stop for 5 minutes.
Well, yeah, that's exactly
Who's
what I
got
was
some-
thinking. If we can cook
who's
some
got-
light
who's
with
got
the
some fire
torches,
ants?
I might be able to get some of my health back from them.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
That
Oh wait,
takes
I'm
us
not the
back
BR, so
into this kind of order. The bats came from the south. What do you want to do now? Do you want to carry on heading toward the north, or not, or go to where the bats came from?
how about we do this? We let Arlo lead the group down south.
Oh God, no. But Arlo is going to suggest that if there were bats down south, it's probably because it's not well travelled. So the north must be the right direction. Otherwise, people going south would disturb the bats.
It could also be a dead end.
Well, we're following the big
Into
guy.
halfway.
Well, they're following the big guy. Where are you going, big guy?
Big guy continues on journey, I guess.
Okay.
Also, Arlo's going to slap Quent on his back, doing 0 damage. He's going to say, yes, that potion of strength was well deserved. That the muscles, the bats. My God, man, you could be an Adonis or something like that.
Okay.
This next part does get a lot narrower. So as you're going through now, you're very much single file. Quent, at this point, you probably would just quickly put that axe on your back and pull out a smaller one, because at this point you wouldn't really be able to swing you wouldn't be able to swing your big instrument or your axe.
Oh, we'll buff Tazar again. Bit of guidance.
And
So when you get to the junction, go on.
I'm going to eat my frosted snowman cookie.
Okay, eat
Just
that
because I'm
and heal
feeling
yourself up.
nervous with all of the disadvantage and stuff.
That's it. Does that just give you health?
It does, yes.
You really need to roll d4s like me and Quent.
Well, yes. So that's 3 plus 2, so 5. So less than the bats took off on the second go.
Less
but
than you were hoping.
Yeah, just roll dice like me and not like Arlo.
everybody else.
You currently get to a...
D12, not D1s.
If you zoom out a bit on the cameras, a tiny bit, you should be able to see a little bit further in. And you've kind of gotten to what is a... Oh, you don't see as much as I thought. That's weird, because that should light that section there up.
Yeah, but I think because it can't see around corners, so I'd have to sort of do that.
No,
to be
there's
able
no corner there. On the map, there's like a huge area that you can go into. That's... Oh, I see. Right. Ah, yeah, so you move yourself. You be the torch so everyone can see it. You just put, we know you're not... That's still weird, though, that you can't see both ways.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
something
lighting in this
there
really
that it
sucks.
thinks. Yeah. So there's sort of a squiggly
I'm
road
gonna-
up
To
here,
mine, what did you think?
and a bit up there.
We're going to light that area. Yeah, because there's nothing that should stop... If you go where Quent is, you have to put it down. Put yourself down on
What you
Quent.
need to do is go on the dynamic lighting layer and delete something, but probably not something for today.
No, it's weird.
Yeah, there's something just here
It's why it's
between that
easier just
square
to
and that
use a,
square that's.
No, I
that's
know, but I
blocking my
thought
vision.
I thought I'd add to the atmosphere by...
If you want to use polygon reveal, it's much easier to control as a DM.
I thought I'd try... Oh, I see what they've done. They've done that really badly. And I don't even know how I would delete that. Is there a delete key?
Yeah, just select it and press delete.
No, it's the entire mine.
Anyway.
I can do that, which will make it slightly better. There you go. That'll reflect on there in a second. Yeah, the person who did the dynamic lighting, this was a terrible, terrible person.
Yeah, so if I sit where Quent is, then yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so what I'm seeing is something off on the left and a bigger one off on the right that seems to be
much
going
better.
into two places.
And what I will tell you, you see right now, is as you look to the left, it goes around as far as the eye can see before the darkness takes over. As you look straight ahead, you actually see the cave-in, which had happened 70 years ago. As you glance at it, you can see that it is just rubble, large rocks, big... You can see one of those big posts from outside that is clearly broken in half and is just lying across. And there is no pathway through to the north. Mounds of broken rock block the tunnel from ceiling to floor. The other parts of the cave-in were passable after the collapse, but this is impenetrable.
Phew.
I mean,
Sounds
if
like
you
a
want
job
to,
for
you
someone
can
with
try.
21 strength.
You can try and clear out some space if you want and go through there, or you can. From there, as you look that way, knowing that you can head over to the left, as you look to the right, you do then see a pathway down to the south. So there's kind of like, if I move
Yeah.
a couple of characters, you should be able to see.
So
there's,
yeah, down here.
There's a path to the south. There's also the path to the northwest.
Yeah, I'm thinking probably take the one to the northwest, make sure that's clear and clear. Then we can go on the other one. Or
Looking down to the south, just as you look to the south, because the path to the north is very dark, you couldn't really see that much in there. As you get to the south, the opening is actually almost not perfectly circular, but almost perfectly circular. More circular than you would ever get from a natural rock formation or even from mining tools. Black moss covers the walls, the floor, and the ceiling of the tunnel. And as you look down, you can see the tunnel has several branches, all of them covered in the same black moss.
Okay,
Yeah,
so probably the
that-
things that we want to kill are probably down there.
yeah, which was why I wanted to clear the area up here first.
Okay, so as you backtrack
That's
past
my
Arlo,
that's my opinion.
excuse me, well, you're leading the way. So
Definitely
excuse
see the
me,
logic in
excuse
that.
me, coming through, and then you start to head in that direction.
That went real dark.
Okay. Again, unlike the other way where there was a clear collapse. 1 second.
I'm just going to sit
I
on
might
top of
have
Quent
to
for a
turn.
minute.
I might have to turn
Dynamic
the
lighting on
dynamic
this
lighting
sucks.
off. It is basically I used a slightly different map for the color because the other one was black and white, and I think the scale must have been slightly out on them. If I delete it though, it'll fuck everything.
It'll
won't
show
it?
everything, yeah.
Yeah. Will it show everything? There's still lighting. It'll just
what
show
you
the
need to
blackness
do-
of the walls, which I've done.
What you would need to do is take us off this map for a second.
No, I've done it. The dynamic lighting's pointless because I've got the whole thing is black. I've coloured it different, so effectively
Okay, now we
it'll
can
be
see
fine.
everything.
You can see everything, but only where there's light.
Now we can see everything.
You should be able to see everything, but only where there's light. Is that correct?
Pretty much everything.
Okay. Well, you can see the
What
cave.
you
It's
want to
better than
do
the
is
light before.
hide everything and then just reveal sections at a
But
time.
you should, with the dynamic lighting on, it should still work where you can see by your character's vision. I thought.
Yeah, but you've got torches all over the place.
I've only put a couple down. That's fine.
To the south.
We'll see how it goes. For now, I'm happy with it because you're in that area, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Right.
Ready, then. Yeah, I know what I'm going to do. Hey, whose turn is it, anyways?
It is that we're out of turn. You're leading the way, so you're at the front. Let me read you what you see.
Okay.
The tunnel winds back down almost towards where you entered. You feel that the wall to the bottom there is probably the wall connected to where the entrance is. And as you get to the end of it, you see it ends with odd divots and alcoves within its rock at various heights. Clearly, at some point, they intended to maybe dig back through to the entrance to have another way round, but it was never completed. So it's just a dead end.
Yup. Dedos endos. And that's what I wanted
But
to do.
nothing that's going to attack
that
us from
there
behind.
wasn't any clear... That's what I wanted to do. Clear out any... So we don't miss anything, and then we can proceed with the main objective.
Yep, makes sense.
Yeah.
That was the problem
Wow,
we had
that
with
made
the
sense.
spiders. We snuck by all the spiders, and then made a noise, and spiders attacked us from all directions.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, so I guess we're heading down the other way now.
Yep.
Lead the way, Quent.
The Quint is leading the way. Well, left, right, or straight ahead? What do you think?
Can I do an investigation check
in a downward
to see if
view?
I can see where all the tracks and things are leading? Where do I think things are coming from?
Roll.
1 second.
I think we just caught Jax off guard there.
Nope. I'm just getting to the thing. So, if you make an investigation check, actually make me an Arcana or Nature check.
Well, Arcana, and that is 18.
What you discover,
Nature also
what
would
you
have been 18.
realise is, as you're starting to finally lead the way into this area where there is this black moss, you suddenly realise there's no way that these were created by hand. There's no ways that they were created by claw. There's no way that they were created by tool. These caverns, unlike all the other caverns that you've travelled in, clearly that's where the mine was. Yeah? What you're looking at now is caves that were created by magic or by a strange magical effect. This is the area that was created by magic after the collapse by the magic that brought the Meanlocks into existence.
Yeah, so I'm going to relay that to the group. I'm basically going to bend down, kind of touch the sides of the cave and the moss and look at my fingers and go, "These caves are unnatural. This must have been created by magical means. I would hazard a guess we're heading in the right direction. Men didn't make these caves. Those creatures must have." So generally, we're heading.
So you touch the moss.
Oh God.
It's fine. It's fine. It's just moss.
For a minute there, it's like that last time Sarge touched a bookcase.
Yeah.
I kicked a bookcase. The
Just
bookcase
like
is
okay.
attacked.
Paranoid about touching things.
Right.
Okay, but I've no idea where things are coming from, directions of travel or anything like that.
Nope.
Okay, lead the way, Quent.
Oh, great, give me the responsibility, why don't you?
Well, Taser likes to lead from the back, so.
Well, let's go this area away then to that area
Okay.
that I'm pointing thingy on.
Mm-hmm.
So you go down this way.
Yeah, why not?
I will keep control for now and zoom out a tiny bit. It kind of leads around. It's still quite narrow, this path, and as you're slowly working your way through, Baboon still on Ash's shoulders because he likes it there. You kind of lead down to kind of this area here.
Just to be clear,
Where
it hasn't
was
pooped
our-
on me yet.
We
Roll.
can't see shit. It's all dark.
I can see.
What was that? Sorry.
It's all dark.
Click on his character, press Control L. You'll see what he sees.
Who sees? Quent?
Sarge. Quent.
That's because I didn't bring your torch with you. That's my fault.
Ah. But I can see
At
presumably
night
because I've
owl.
got dark vision.
There you go. It's a lot better now. I quite like that light, and it's quite subtle. So yes, you've. But the funny thing is, and now what I need you to do is, as you start walking around, what you actually realise is there's lots of little turnings and you've ended up in what looks like a maze. It's so everywhere you go, you seem to. It's like all of a sudden you're like, wait, wasn't we just here a minute ago? And it's all the same. It's all black moss and tunnel. Black moss and tunnel. I need Ash
Yes.
to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Now I get disadvantage on wisdom.
You do. No, that's checks, I think, wasn't it?
I
I
don't know.
I don't think that was saving throws. I think that was
Okay.
just
Oh,
checks.
okay. Good.
So you're fine.
You tell us.
Good.
No, it was just checks.
Yeah, good. Right, wisdom save. Still, it's a 3. So
So as you're walking along, you're following Quent, and then all of a sudden you realise that although you've still got his baboon on your shoulders, because he was following you, and he was on your shoulders. All of a sudden, he starts to make a noise, and he starts to point in the other direction because you realise that the Quent that was in front of you wasn't Quent. You were following a hallucination.
Oh, shit.
But you've not gone too far because the bunkie alerted you quite quickly, but you're not sure what's going on. Meanwhile, everyone else, I need Taser at the rear. I need you to make me a perception check. And Arlo, you can make me a perception check as well. You would have seen, because he was in front of you and he was lit up, you would have kind of seen him. So do you follow Quent or do you follow Ash? Because Quent's not...
Okay, 13 as a perception check.
Okay.
It's just ridiculous, Arlo's perception.
And
Right.
Taser?
21.
So you are able to see... you basically, because Arlo was following down, you with that 21, you are able to see, thank God someone did, that the party is currently splitting. That there is a torchlight. This little torchlight here is going in the opposite direction to everyone else, who appears now to be following a baboon.
Oh Lord.
What do you do? What do you say?
I'm gonna say, hey guys, we're splitting up here. Hold on, we're all together.
How far? So you do hear this, Arlo, but you do not, Ash. It appears that the moss has a dampening effect on all sound, and even sound spoken at a normal level only seems to carry no more than like 5 or 10 feet.
So I am going to cast Whisper, because I would see Ashrin continue walking to the Sarge, your Quent.
No, you don't see Sarge. So all you see is you're just following Ash, and Ash is going in the right direction. You haven't spotted that in front of Ash, that Quent had actually gone in a different direction, and Ash was going that way. So you're following Ash, and you're happy. But then Taser behind you says, "Wait a second, guys, we're splitting up, and you're going in different directions." And then suddenly you realise on the T that you're there.
Yeah, so I would relay that to him when I see he doesn't react to it. You know, kind of what? Ashrin, stop for a second. Taser's trying to say something.
And so I'm getting that from him, and I've got a monkey patting me on the head. What the frick is going on here?
Hey.
Meanwhile, whilst that's happening, Quent, you have now arrived at another a fork in the road. Do you want to keep going straight ahead to the right or to the left?
Ooh, well, I'm not even noticing the other guy's not being
You
with me
do
anymore.
not notice a thing.
So I'm just gonna take a slightly leftish downward turn.
So you start to go
Ever so
this
slowly.
way,
Yep.
down this passageway, and you probably would get about sort of 10 or 15 feet down here. Meanwhile, what are you doing, guys?
So the monkey
You now
tapped me on
suddenly
the
realise
shoulder.
that you have
so I
now you've all
realised-
lost Quent.
So yeah,
outside.
so I'll turn round and using hand signals, since words don't seem to work, I'll just sort of wave at.
It's okay. You realise that if you shout, you can be heard, but obviously
Okay,
then
so
you would give up.
I'll
You'd then be
whispering to you,
shouting.
you can
I'll-
respond.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to wave and shout at Taser to follow Quent because he's the one that's closest, and then we'll all just sort of follow on
Quent's
behind.
already now gone from everyone's sight. Taser's now. What you suddenly realise is, as he kept walking, because he didn't realise you guys had stopped, he's now out of sight. You can't even see his torchlight.
Okay. Well, that direction, because at the moment we can't see
Yeah.
the fork either. So
No, exactly that. So if you point him to go in that direction, we've now got Taser leading the way with dark vision, and I'll say you can go to here, and you now see a fork in the road. I need you to make a perception check, please, Taser.
I'll get a good one.
I was hoping you'd go through the maze. So many different ways to go. The maze
It's
is
another
Ooh,
nat
nice.
20, guys!
Was that another nat 20?
yeah.
Crit win,
Nat
guys.
20.
Crit win. So you do see to the south the torchlight disappearing off into the distance. Quent, do you continue to south, or do you go? You now see a fork in the road. You can head to the right, or you can head more to the south.
I am gonna go continue southeast because why not?
You continue south. Cool. Everyone is now desperately trying to catch up with
I was
you
gonna
as
say-
they do see you in the distance.
Given that
I
sound
would
is
say-
dampened
I'm just
here,
following Taser.
stealth's completely off the table. Let's just go for it.
I thought of attacking straight away when I managed to marginally split you up, but I thought I could definitely get one of you totally on your own, and I missed my opportunity. I feel. So everyone's that nat 20
Nat
was
20
because
saved
that,
us.
Can I just say that because he was so far down the tunnel with the black moss, the DC on that was 20. Had you have rolled under 20, he would have been gone, and you wouldn't have. Then you'd have had to guess which way to go. The party split. I had one guy on his own. That was a huge nat 20. So you, without even him realizing that you were never there, as he's at this decision, you now get a big crossroads. So whereas you've had a few different, you've now got 4 different ways to go. You can go south still. You can go to the east, to the west, or back up to the north the way you came.
I'm gonna turn around and ask, what do you think? Wait.
I'd like to think, as you turn around, you suddenly see them coming towards you, and you're like, where have you guys been?
Has the DM's camera froze for anyone else or just me?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not me for a change. Anyway.
Yes, it's the DM curse. It's an anti-DM.
Oh, if we lost Jax completely.
I've just refreshed.
So, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I think we should wait and let everybody catch up.
Well,
Then-
Taser,
So,
you're next to Quent now, so I think Quent is
You've all
asking
caught
you,
up.
Taser, where do you want to go?
Quent, what do you think? Quent's turned around to you, Taser, and said, which direction do you think we should go in? And you have just seen that as you've come down, obviously you've chose to come south. He's led all the way to the south, and now you can keep going south, or you can go east or west. Or you can go back up to the north. It's still all, at the moment, each of those paths is still black moss, unnatural tunnel.
Okay, so I think go looking down, right?
Yes.
Like we're facing. So give me left.
So left, as in
Left as in right on the map, or
north,
right
south,
as
east, or
in-
west?
Direction. North, south, east, or west?
East.
east, this way, yeah?
There we go.
So you start to go in that direction.
that away.
That's so interesting. Right, so
I mean, it's a good maze following strategy. We've basically been doing is keeping our hand on the left-hand wall and following it around. And
Yep.
That's so true.
Yep.
So now
And again,
you get to another
guidance is being cast on Taser here because he's
Let's
still got
say-
a bow on his shoulder.
permanent decisions to make. You are now in a...
God knows
Area.
what this is. A pretzel.
This is where I would have liked to have been able to keep certain things secret, but unfortunately... Yeah, explorable darkness is a thing, you see.
I'm telling
Yeah,
you,
Fog of War's...
Polygon reveal is the way to go.
Yeah, but it's... No, exactly, but it's really difficult to use. I've found.
It really is not.
You need to show me, because I've struggled with it.
Something for after the show, but I'll show you. It's a much better way of dealing with stuff like this.
So, you can see now that the things lead around, lead everywhere. Where are you thinking of going now? You've got north, south, east. You can go north, you can go out south, east, or west.
Uh,
Roll a dice.
Well, that's an option.
Quentin, make me a general intelligence check.
Oh,
Oof.
it's dump
You
stat.
had to say that. 11 plus what?
It's minus.
Minus.
I said plus. Intelligence. What the hell is intelligence, anyways?
It's -1 for you.
So they're along the top: strength, to constitution, intelligence.
Oh, those. Okay, yeah, -1. Damn you.
So 10. As you get to this
I'm in the
point,
middle of-
you're not even sure whether you actually think you might have been here before and went south last time, but you really don't know which direction to go in. It all looks the same to you.
I rolled a dice, and the dice say west.
So you want to go? You think that you think you should head back in the direction you came in? Yeah. You don't like the way you're going. You kind of want to head back. This all looks the same. You think you might have been here before. You should maybe double back and try the other direction.
I think when he says west, I think he means up here-ish. I mean, there's the side tunnel there.
That's north, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, if you think about it, you're coming from the west. So if he says west, that would be that way.
I don't know.
you've already-
People generally don't double back on themselves.
Okay, no, that's good. I mean, obviously it's a maze, so you don't know. You're doing a maze, you get to a dead end. Okay, so you want to head up in this direction.
I mean, that would be my guess if he says west and we're coming from that direction.
I was thinking more like, how do you do it?
Okay,
What we'll do, as you're going around in circles, and I've seen things on the map, I think what I'll do, for the sake of brevity, what we'll do now is we'll have a skill challenge to see, as you're staying together, we'll have a skill challenge to see if you're able to find your way out of the maze, and then when you do find your way out of the maze, where you end up. So Quent, you're at the front, so you're still helming the challenge.
You mean
So what I need you to do is I
need
need you to roll me
Survival check, isn't it?
a survival check.
Ooh, that's a good thing. Guess is a +4. On a 5.
That's
Oh, okay.
nine. So you make a few bad turns, and let me now roll. Okay, and effectively you do end up. Suddenly, you realise after that you're pretty sure you've been here before, and you are, because where you were, you've basically gone left, 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 and left again, and you've ended up kind of at a junction that you were at maybe 10 minutes ago. Make me another survival check.
So what Arlo is going to do, being a very intelligent kind of guy, is he's going to put some markings where they've been. He's going to get his dagger out, and he's going to carve into the wall the shape of an arrow.
Okay.
So he's
that
been
makes
there
sense.
and which direction he was moving.
I was
Okay.
looking to see what I'd got in my
better
bag.
than before.
So
that's a
what
10.
is the roll this time? So that's a 10.
One more than before.
So it's a 10 that you needed to get out of the maze.
Okay.
Other than that, you would just keep going round. And you'd end up with an exhaustion and everything. So you do slowly find, you realise that, like, you're not sure which. So now I will say roll me, I'm going to roll, actually. I want to do, okay. So as you go along, you suddenly decide you're coming out in this direction. And as you get to this point here, you start to see, again, there's still multiple paths constantly, but as you get to this, you do hear more of a sound of dripping coming from the south, whereas you do kind of hear more of there's more of an almost an echoey sound to the east. It's the black moss from the maze behind you has gone. So unless you go back to the east, that's where the mossy thing would be, or even to the northeast. If you were to head straight west, you're heading out of the mossy area, and you can almost, you're not sure, but it might even be that you can hear some kind of sobbing coming from the east, whereas from the south there's more of that the noise of the trickle of water.
Well, me being me, I'd say go south. But what do you
Following
other
the
people
big guy.
say?
Or if you're discussing it, so what do you think, guys?
I mean, from our experience, sobbing equals those things trying to lure us in. So if we're trying to go for them, we could go for them. But I'm happy to go around the south, see whether we can get them by surprise.
Well, that would be a surprise for them.
I'm just going to follow the big guy. Continuing to draw my little arrows to show where we've come from.
Okay, so
I'll just act like the snowplow and just plow itself.
so we're staying south, so we're heading south. As you head to the south, the water noise that you heard is now distinctly coming from the east. West. Wait, north, south, east, west.
Getting your shredded wheat going, aren't you?
It's confusing even the DM.
where these
Yeah.
weird
Yep.
water patches are, probably.
Yeah, you know it, baby. Did you want to head to the watery area or away from the watery area?
I believe we should probably turn left. So that means going. Wait.
Move your character.
yeah, that's probably easiest.
Oh, so he's heading
Okay.
away from the water.
So you head away from the water. Cool. Everyone catch up with their characters.
I can't see
Yep.
shit. It's all dark.
So much stuff that you're missing at the moment. It's hilarious. Right, so you move in this direction and you finally arrive at a room I can describe.
I
Let me
think
get
there's
the
a black
torch.
square on top of the room.
There is. I put it there because I didn't want too much information going out of. I don't think most of it's revealed anyway, but yeah, I got really confused with the way things were earlier. Let's just do that. No, I hid even more. Didn't I?
That's bigger.
You're not the only one that's confused.
There we go. You should in a second be able to see everything.
See some boxes or something.
Right. You have arrived in a room. New scents greet you here. The misty funk of decaying fabrics and old furs, the smell of rot lingering in stagnant air. Thick pillars of that moss-covered stone support a 20-foot-high ceiling, and waist-high stone slabs dot the cabin.
But nothing's
You
attacked
notice-
us yet.
And no, that's correct. And you don't see anything on the slabs.
Okay. That's...
Down.
Can Poe fly over to one of the slabs and can I do a bit of visual investigation with my raven?
Yep. Sure. Make me I mean, you just want to see what the slab looks like, or do you want to investigate it?
Or just having a look around to see what I can see without physically risking Arlo.
Yeah. Whereabouts? Tell me where you want him to go. Point on the screen.
The slab closest to us. To kind of land on that and have a look around.
Okay. Make a perception check.
That is 8.
I mean, yeah. As you look around the room, you see what I described. Really, you don't learn anything else. There's nothing else that you spot.
So I kind of, my eyes have rolled back in my head, my bird's gone out there and he sees what he sees, and I kind of come back and say, it appears safe.
Famous last words.
That's just wondering then. I mean, we're here to fight things. What's the worst can happen?
So as you wander into the room, you spot on the south side of the room remnants of other victims, decades old, with their belongings shed. The remnants of the victims, not the actual bodies, the remnants of the victims, aka their clothes, boots, rusted blades, a couple of broken, splintered bows with some arrows are resting up against the wall to the south. You don't really discover anything. You realise that when people were brought here, their clothes and everything were taken from them. And from what you've read in that book, you suddenly realise with these slabs, this is probably where they brought people to turn them into meanlocks. And Ash, you suddenly realise that had you have been paralysed earlier and Quent, had your friend not rolled a natural 20, you might have ended up on one of these tables being psychically tortured.
Oh, okay. These are conversion tables, right?
Make a perception check. Who's where? Are you where you are on the screen at the moment? Anyone want to move themselves or do anything?
Arlo would be at the back. He's
Yeah.
he's
So
coward heart.
as you're moving in, make a. I would say Taser. Make a general perception check
With guidance.
with guidance. And Quent, you can make me a perception check as well.
Add a D4 to that as well.
D4.
So that's a 15 plus. This is going to be crucial.
17.
Oh,
In.
oh. Okay. Was that? Oh, I've got to remember. Now that's at disadvantage, wasn't it? So you would, but it doesn't matter because you. That's fine. But you do get dabba dabba do.
I get a
Yeah.
dabba dabba do. What the hell's that?
So
A Flintstone, I think.
what
Dabba
you
dabba
notice? So as you're looking around, you see these pillars, and you kind of go for a closer look, and you see movement from the north, like shadowy movement. You definitely heard a sound as well of movement coming from the north.
Who heard this, Taser?
Yes. Kind of coming from this direction, on the other side of the slabs. Because your light, although on the screen your light shows a little bit further, even with your... What's your dark vision? It's 30-foot dark vision?
60.
So you can see up into there, and you think you definitely saw movement of some kind coming from kind of up in this direction.
What are you doing, Taser?
Arlo, can you make me a perception check as well?
It's my dump stats. 8 again.
Okay.
I see nothing.
Okay. Do I see the others see something?
So you see, Taser, what are you doing? So at the moment,
Yes.
that's kind of this, just seeing who sees what. You're looking around. You can make a perception check as well, Ash. Whilst Taser, you tell me what you're doing when you've seen that movement.
Yeah, I'm going to tell everybody I think I see movement.
Okay.
Do we want to follow it, or do we want to investigate this area a little bit more?
Well, what would Taser do? Would he run across and look at it, or would he just stand there,
Well,
talking?
he said he was going to tell you, so...
Yeah, well, no, he said that, but it's...
Yeah.
So, is this perception at disadvantage?
It is, yeah. For those making perception checks, they're supposed to be at disadvantage unless you are... was it Arlo who...
Arlo's the only one.
saved? Yeah.
And he has F all perception.
Okay,
Where's he at?
so 9 and 3, 12.
12. So, yeah, you see nothing. You see the clothes, you see the tables. You then hear Taser say, there's noise coming from the north. What are you doing?
Okay, I guess sort of wander up and stand next to him.
Okay, Taser.
Do I still hear the noise? North,
Well,
or is
you
it...
saw the you saw the movement, and the movement went out into the darkness.
Yeah, so, are you sure, Taser? I
Yes,
can't
'cause-
see anything at all.
Because Taser didn't have a torch, did he? Because he's got dark vision. I've got dark vision as well, but I've also got light on me. So yeah, I came up and stood next to him.
So the light is around the room, as you can see, pretty much. The area where the area where the thing the darkness shape moved sort of in this direction. So you kind of move that way.
Okay. Well, I guess we
I say, unless we want to investigate this and maybe loot some stuff, I don't know.
I think
what
at
are you
this
doing?
point,
I think in a dark cave, seeing movement, we'd probably try and investigate that before,
looting.
turning our backs to the wall. And
That's
looting.
what I was thinking. Yeah.
Realistically.
Yeah.
So, Taser... Taser, do you want to check that out for us? Don't worry. Poe will keep you safe. And Poe, kind of pecks him on the cheek and gives him a bit of guidance.
Didn't think we wanted to split up,
birdie magic.
guys. It was.
Yes,
Okay,
I'm
so
going
you
to
move
follow,
in that
sort of
direction?
flanking him.
Quen, what are you doing?
Well, I'm gonna follow their thing because apparently they're seeing something. So I'm gonna sneak up here and go like, "What you see? What you see?"
Ash, sorry, Arlo.
Yes.
The moment, so Baboon's on shoulders still, so he's still here. The moment you started to step away from the entrance as everyone started to move, you do suddenly see a flicker at the corner of your eye, and behind you is a meanlock about to attack, and everyone needs to roll initiative.
Okay.
And also as that's happening, let me grab them, and I will start to put the meanlocks in position where they appear. Because if you remember, they can dart,
Blink.
teleport.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shadow teleport. It's called.
Thank you.
Meanlocks are not the only ones that can teleport. Thanks to my trusty necklace of fast step.
So that is a not natural 20 initiative roll. Should Baboon have its own initiative roll, or should it just share mine?
It goes
It
on
operates
yours,
on
yeah.
yours.
Yeah, the toy goes on yours. When I created a swarm
Okay.
of badgers, they had their own, but but yeah, the toy
It
is
was
on
a little
yours.
hard to hear because everyone was on at the same time. So.
That swarm of badgers haunts my dreams.
And can we have 2-second bio break before I explode here?
Yes, everyone, we're into combat. Again, this combat is brought to you by Going for a Pee. Much like our adventurers never do in the real game, we're going to do in this game. So we're going to take a 2-minute break. We're
I
going
mean,
come
to be
back.
honest,
We're going to top
these
up our
things
drinks.
appearing, I think several of us will be going for a pee.
just released the bladder. The bladder's opened up. Okay. So currently, 2 of them have appeared. One next to you, Ash, and one next to Arlo. Ah! Oh, that's the wrong camera.
don't know what I've been poking. But anyway, we're back now.
You know what time it is, don't you guys?
Combat time?
You know it.
Beat the crap out of an evil person thingy's time.
Okay, let's get some initiative rolls up here. Let's clear the initiative. Sorry, I was just sorting out the music. Oh, there, I'm on the wrong layer. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Control U. Control U. Control U. Control U. Now, I always forget how surprise works, so I'm going to end up probably doing surprise how I think it should be done. So they get to go first on this turn, but then we can't hear you, and I think
you
you're
appear to
muted.
be mute.
He was sleeping.
Nice and
Yeah,
quiet.
so you can't hear the things that go on in the background when I'm away from my desk. Yeah.
Now we're all
Terrible
intrigued.
sound. Yeah. So surprise, they go first, and then operate in initiative order from the second.
After
turn.
that. Yeah, that's a good job as well, because they're all fucking shite on initiative. Okay. So, let me open that up on a new tab. So I can go back to the description of the area, because some shit can go down in this area, guys. Layer actions and everything. Right. They have a +2. Okay. That's not terrible. Oh, it is terrible. I need to get Tazars to see if I'm the worst. Tazar initiative.
I think Taser said we should roll because apparently something like, I don't know.
Well, he's rolled 14 for initiative anyway.
He did.
Okay, cool.
I did. Did put it in.
Yep.
So the good news is, the meme locks at the bottom go first. And the first thing they're going to do is reach out and attack Arlo
Mother.
with a claw attack. First thing you got to do, Arlo, is can you, in fact, we'll do it with you for now. Make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, that's not good. That's going to be a 3.
You are frightened of the creature that's attacking you,
Oh, well, that is on brand for Arlo.
which means you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls whilst the source is in line of sight. The creature cannot willingly move towards the source.
Quick
I've got that.
question.
Yes.
That specific one or both of them?
I think at the moment you can only see that one. It's dropped in front of you. That's the one you're looking at. I would imagine it is from Theodora. Any beast that starts its turn within 10 feet of the mean lock. So yeah, basically you're only within 10 feet of that one. So that's the one that you are currently feared of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It's going to attack you. It is going to roll. Not great.
We like
You
not
had one
great.
choice.
It is. Where's its plus? For fuck's... Oh, claws. There we go. No, it only gets 11 to hit.
11's not going to do it.
Okay, so it misses.
Slides off the mage armor.
Cool. That's its go. Moving to the other one that dropped down by Ash. Ash, make me a Ash and Quent. In fact, everybody is pretty much within 10 feet of that one, so I need everybody to make me a just double check. Yeah, 10 foot, 10 foot, 10 foot.
At disadvantage, isn't it?
No, because it's not a check. It's a save.
Okay.
So it's fine. So just make me
Tazar.
a wisdom saving throw.
And then Taser, you get your last guidance.
Well, that's an 8.
14?
Ash, you're okay. Quent, you are currently feared, though I think we all know what you can do to get rid of that fear in a minute.
Ooh,
18.
Tazar's done good.
And Taser. So basically, you guys are okay. Quent, can you roll me for the monkey? For the
Yep.
baboon.
Even worse.
So he's like, "Rah!" he now does full on have his hands over Ashran's eyes, and
But does
so
this
the
mean we get a
monkey,
poop check?
the monkey, yeah,
Does
but
it-
yeah, do a poop check.
Is he scared shitless?
Roll me a d20. If you roll above a 10, it poops. Yes, it poops a little bit on Ashran. There we go. You have monkey poop on your shoulder.
Do I use a turn to do prestidigitation or not?
Oh no. Maybe later.
Those
So-
are hard decisions.
The Meanlock is going to make an attack at Monkey Ash. Well, first thing we'll do is we'll see if it hits. So 11 plus a bunch for 15 to hit.
What I would do
is
is
he
I
going
would
at
say,
me or the monkey?
if I was a DM, I would say if
You.
it gets above Ashran's AC, it would go against Ashran. If it's between Ashran and the monkeys, it'd be the monkey.
Ah,
Okay, well my AC is 15, so.
that hits.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to shield? You have that option.
I know, but no. But we.
You know
Okay.
this thing has poison on it, right?
I know.
So, it attacks. It hits. It does my favourite damage. 2d4.
Oh dear.
Plus 2 this time. This time I rolled a 1 and a 2. So, so that's 3 plus, what did I say? 3 plus 2. That's 5 slashing damage. Now make me a constitution saving throw.
Okay. Con save. Ooh, con save.
Don't roll bad.
Is this how we lose Ashran to turn into a Meanlock?
Is this against being charmed?
No, it's against being
Constitution.
paralysed.
Oh, okay. Ooh, that's not good. So 4 plus 5, but still.
For the
You
second
should
time
have
tonight,
shielded. You should have.
are you regretting not shielding?
So you are paralysed for 1 minute.
Okay.
10 turns of combat. Oh.
Does. How quickly does that happen versus my reaction? As in,
Can he use
That
his
happens.
rod of...
can my rod of retribution fire or not?
Sorry guys, I'm hungry. Read the description out to me.
He has to be hit first before he can use
Yes, so
his rod.
when a creature you can see within 60 feet of you damages you while you're holding this rod, you can use your reaction
Yes.
to expend one of the rod's charges.
It's basically Hellish Rebuke.
Yeah, you'd lose your reaction as soon as you hit. It hits you, you're paralysed, you wouldn't get a chance to react.
Okay.
To read paralysed out. Paralysed. Isn't on it, that's weird.
Well, we had this on the Bulgara. It can't do anything.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, I knew I'd lose the reaction. It was just can I react and then become paralysed, or do I become paralysed then
Paralysed.
not
A
react?
paralysed creature is incapacitated. Cannot move or speak. You automatically fail any strength or dex throws. Attack rolls have advantage. Any attack that the creature has against it is a critical if they're within 5 feet of the creature. Incapacitated as part of that means it cannot take any actions or reactions. Boom. We got there, guys. Loving it. Right.
Okay.
You've
So
Yep.
you are currently paralysed. As soon as it hits you, you suddenly freeze up and you're stuck in place with a monkey pooping on your shoulder. And it disappears straight away. You're one, and you don't know where.
Can the monkey take an attack of opportunity? I know, because it's a teleport,
Nope.
isn't it?
Shadow
Not-
teleport.
Damn it.
And I'm going to roll now, whilst I remember, to see if it gets its shadow teleport back. Okay, cool. That is their turn, though, guys. So that's all she wrote for those guys. So currently, everyone in the middle, Quent got frozen. You two guys are kind of like, you're paralysed. The monkey's on your shoulder. Taser's like, what just happened? And to be honest, you can now see on the other side of Arlo one that appears to be in that corridor and has just attacked him, and he's just gone, oh my goodness, and got out of the way.
Oh, this is really annoying.
And on that, it's Arlo. This
Well-
is the one time for you to use Burning Hands.
No, because I was going to web, but if there's only one of them, I mean, what's the point? And
Yeah.
especially if they can disappear. Oh, that is annoying. Right. And again, I can't use anything that requires me to do an attack roll because it's a disadvantage. It's just not worth it. It's going to have to be... Yeah. It's going to have to be Burning Hands at level 2. In his
Okay.
face, arm up. I'm just like, ah! Just...
Kill it with fire.
Yes, kill it with fire. I need an extra D.
That's me.
Ooh,
You don't need to roll to hit. I need to roll what?
a DC 15 dexterity saving throw.
They do get +2 dexterity. I rolled a 3, so they fail. He failed.
Right, so that is 4, 8, 12, 13 points of
Ooh.
fire damage.
Sexy, yeah.
And I'm gonna grab with my other hand, I'm gonna grab my necklace. And I am gonna close my eyes and say some words or whatever it works, and I'm just gonna poof
Oh,
as
is
a
that
bonus action. As a bonus action, I'm just
Beautiful.
gonna poof away,
Tell me
And I'm-
exactly where you're going. This is important.
and I'm gonna teleport to there.
Where? Sorry, I didn't see where that was.
Just
Oh,
above
there.
Taser.
Okay, so above Taser, next to Taser, next to the monkey. Okay.
Right,
You don't
to the
have
back,
dark
that's where-
vision, do you?
That is where Arlo would go. No, but I do have a torch.
Are you still carrying... When you're burning hands, were you able to keep the torch in your hand at the time?
Well, supposedly, because it's a bonus action, it's more like a... 'cause I've got a spell book, haven't I? So supposedly it's a burning hands, grab necklace, kind of an action.
So you're holding your spellbook in one hand, you're casting burning hands and grabbing your necklace with the other hand. Where is the torch?
But, fine.
There
we'll
is
say the torch-
currently a torch out there, and to be honest, the person to your south is lit
I'm
and
lit.
giving out about 30 foot of heat.
Which
So we'll
did
say
make-
there's probably
When
a
the thing
torch on the
attacked
ground
me-
now here.
Did the thing that attacked me attack with disadvantage because I was glowing?
Let me just read its thing. I don't think it attacks at disadvantage.
Oh,
It
okay.
depends.
Sometimes you need the light spell.
Light sensitivity. You need to be in bright light. Does that light give off bright light?
There is a spell called Daylight, or I think it's, yeah, Daylight, which is...
It
Until
should be-
the
it
object
should-
and the object sheds bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light for additional
Okay.
20 feet. So yes, I am bright light.
so I rolled again, and I got a natural 20.
Okay.
Now that's not
Which
a crit
doesn't
win,
count because it was disadvantage.
It was a disadvantage.
So, yes.
But I would have been alright.
yeah, fine.
So that's good. It's a shame.
It-
It's a shame because it would have been fun to have. No, it wouldn't.
Yeah.
Right. So
No, it's just
we
more
do
important to go
have-
forwards. That yeah, right.
He's already giving off the light. We've got who else was carrying a torch? Quent down here. So Quent's got a torch down here. You've dropped that torch there, and there's a bit of bright light here. Just have an idea what's happening with the light.
Mm-hmm.
But the torches don't give off bright light, I don't believe. But yeah, that's a good thinking out. Good thinking out. But
more
right
more
now,
for going forward, given that I can't move or do
Yeah.
anything. I might as well be a
Exactly
giant
that.
torch.
Yeah, torch has dim light for 20 feet.
there you go. So right now, that is your turn, and we go on to Quent.
Yes.
You
Correctly.
can, because he dropped his torch, which is kind of what's going on. I don't know if you'd have seen him otherwise. Because he's dropped his torch there, you can just make out the shadows in the distance of a meanlock in the corridor to the west.
Yeah.
I'd like to think the entire wall is on fire, all that moss.
Well, that's true. And in fact, it's still on fire a little bit.
So what I was thinking was rage move and then
Makes sense.
slash and dash that guy that
Yeah.
attacked Arlo.
So if you because at the moment, yeah, so if you rage, you lose the fear. It does mean you can't command the monkey this turn, but then you will be nicely raged and ready for doing all that extra damage. So you then want to move 5, 10, 15. You can easily get there with your movement, and then do what you do.
My god,
Yes.
how much damage is he going to do
D12 plus 6 and D6 plus 2 necrotic.
Oh, gas. You've
So-
cut
It's back, it's back.
Okay, so roll those
Nice.
dice.
It's a 9 plus 6, that's 15.
That's enough.
Plus,
So you carve it in half, and as
five
you carve it in
plus
half,
two.
then the necromantic damage kicks in. It's already dead
So-
when the necro starts to eat it
Yeah.
away.
20,
You-
20
you short
22
back,
damage. Just
Saying
one.
that, it actually had 18. I thought it was 12. No, so yeah, you carve into it, and you chop off its head, and it's dead. That was
Rage.
rage, baby. So yeah, but there's no one else currently there. What are you doing now?
I shall.
I mean, that's it. So you've had your movement. You've got. Did you want to move back into the middle of the room?
I'll retreat a little bit. What movement I got left?
You got 10. You got 30 foot, don't you, in total?
Yeah, so
So 10 foot
I
back. You can
move back
to
to,
there if you want.
here. So I got kind of a bit of an overview in case someone steps over that corpse, and
Mm-hmm.
I think that's more or less. Well, baboon, but it's not got any targets or anything, so
It's saying
What-
right now,
what-
point
what-
is
what-
man of the matching it.
yeah.
Ash,
I mean, what else can I do?
nothing. No, you've did a movement, bonus, and action. You are done. Ash, you're paralyzed. Make
Yes.
me I believe you can save against it every turn.
Can I? Oh, excellent.
You can.
That would definitely be helpful.
Let me just read to make sure. Claw attack, paralyzed. The target can repeat a saving throw at the end of each of its turns. So this is your turn.
Yep.
It ended. Now make a
Yep.
saving throw.
So this is wisdom again.
Constitution. Believe it or
Const-
not, you should save. You got a huge bonus. You
Yeah,
only
I
had to get an
do, yeah.
11.
Yeah. Right. So 10
That'll
plus
do.
5 is 15.
So you suddenly you shake it off. The pure blood of your pure sorcerer blood just took an extra turn, but then it was able to shake off that paralysis, and you're stood there, but your turn has ended. That takes us to Taser. You suddenly see no bad guys. Make a perception check for me. Someone let me know when he's rolled it.
10.
That's a 10.
Oh, he didn't use that guidance in the end because he got an 18.
Okay, but I mean, to be honest, also, did you roll that at disadvantage? Because you have disadvantage on all wisdom checks. So you need to roll again, and you can add a d4.
For the lowest roll.
So in fact, don't worry, because you haven't, you can't achieve the DC anyway. Oh, that's passive. You're actually making an actual. No, do roll it. You can still theoretically do it. No, you can't. No, you can't. Unless you were to roll another 10 and a 4. Do it anyway. Roll another check and then roll the d4.
So the second one's
It's an
11.
11.
Okay, so do a 4, and presumably you've got to get a 4.
Yes. You would need to roll the 4. I'm excited.
It's tense, it's tense.
It's a
It's
4!
a 4!
Clutch guidance.
So much like earlier when you saw the other one disappear, you thought you saw as this all began, and you when these meanlocks dropped down, you shook off the fear, and you weren't really looking at them. You thought you saw a movement to the south, and possibly one that didn't make an action that you were aware of in this turn. And what you see as you look down there, you think now that you see what looks like sparks coming from the south.
Yes.
What do you do?
What do you do?
I'm going to tell the guys that I think I see sparks from the south, and do we want to carry on going north or?
Realize that we're now in combat. So for you to say that, you could do that as a bonus action. You're obviously in a situation now where you're being attacked.
just
So
as a
you have
suggestion,
one
your
action,
gun has
one
a
bonus
scatter
action, one movement. So you can move and investigate it. You can choose to look at what it is, or you could, like I said, there are no bad guys in view right now. So you have a movement, you have an action, you have a bonus action. And we always say in this campaign that in general, if you want to use a bonus action to talk, you can. So you can use your bonus action to tell them that there is a spark coming from the south, and then go and look at it, and then do something at your action. If that's what you'd like to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll tell everybody, and we'll have a look at it.
So now that you've seen where this spark's coming from, it's actually easier. And none of you have got perception. See, none of you got a passive perception higher than 18 or rolled higher than 18 earlier. Now that it's lit, you can actually see that attached to it's quite hard. Attached to the pillar to the south, the sort of like basically here, you see a stick of dynamite. That is currently lit. That is currently lit, and there's a fuse that is currently burning, and you realise that these pillars that are holding up the entire ceiling currently has a stick of dynamite attached to it.
I'm already regretting having used my teleport.
We should call this episode a series of regrets.
Now, unfortunately, you've used your action to talk already. So.
No, it's bonus. He does have one action. So you've used your movement, you've used your bonus action, you have an action, and if you would like,
Action
you can
dash.
use your action to attempt to put out, to defuse the dynamite.
Oh, God.
Or is it just the one column that's lit at the moment? The other columns...
Currently,
That he can see.
that's all that you're aware of. You have no idea what happens anywhere else. All he knows is that one of these columns has a piece of dynamite attached to it.
I will try and defuse it.
I
Right.
need you to make
You
me...
need to convince your DM that you're diffusing it somehow using your best stats. So I diffuse it by using athletics to rip the dynamite in half. That's kind of the way you need to go with this. I use acrobatics to throw it. You come on.
I'll use strength. That seems to be my best at the moment. To rip the wire out. So
you just want to pull the fuse from the dynamite.
Athletics, I would think.
No, if you choose to rip the fuse out of the dynamite, no ability check is required.
Oh.
There you go. You chose the right choice. You can try to
what?
cut it. If you tried to cut it with your sword, then you would have had to make an attack roll, and had you have missed, you could have hit the dynamite and it would have
Dynamite
blown
and set
off.
it off.
So you made the right choice. He's doing well. He's second man of the match, by the way, today, with that clutch check on Gwen earlier and defusing this stick of dynamite.
Yeah,
so
I'm
you
just
pull
being
out the fuse.
hit.
Paralysed here. Surrounded by bats.
Paralyzed for the second time in 2 weeks.
So that is your turn. That takes us to the Meanlock's turn. Currently, none of you can see any Meanlock because they... Yeah, so that's fine.
Actually, it wouldn't be the Meanlock's turn because they went top of the round.
But they are at the bottom of the round.
Yes, but they don't go twice in one turn. They go first in the first turn, and then in initiative order each turn after that.
I think they got that one attack in. They didn't all... Well,
No one knows where they
is-
are, so it's not really going to change much.
It does. It will. I will play this through because a couple. Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Because the alternative is, let's say they rolled high, so attack.
No, but I understand that
one
works,
person goes
but
and then
they
attack
didn't
again.
all theoretically go either. So
I'll leave it to the DM.
yeah, what we're gonna do? It's fine because all. That's fine. That's fine. What will happen? I mean, to be honest, you don't see anything. Your passive perception's so shit. No one knows what's going on. So kind of, yeah. It goes back to the top of the round. Goes to Arlo.
Right. Okay, so there's not a hell of a lot I can do. I think we've established I can't even hold an action because that would just be a normal turn.
What you do realise, so you've now seen Quent go down there, and he said about seeing a spark, and I imagine that when he did it, I imagine he lifted it up and went ah and pulled it. So you do know that there's a threat of some kind.
Okay, I will investigate the other columns in this gap in the action, or investigate a column.
It's still in combat. I will give you. Tell me where you want to investigate.
Right.
There are 6 pillars in the room. There are 2 to the south, 1 there, 1 there. There are 2 to the north, 1 here, 1 here.
Yeah, so I'll go to the corner over here.
And you're investigating that one there, yeah?
Which appears to be empty, and I'll investigate that, and if I get a D20... And that's still somehow at 11.
You don't see any dynamite on that one with that roll.
Right. And I don't think there's anything I can really do as a bonus action, so... Yeah, that's it.
I mean, that's just such a funny roll. You get attacked. I mean, this is how D&D works. It rolled a stealth by far higher than anyone can see passively, and even when you walked up to it, you didn't see it, even though it is now stood next to you with a held action to attack anything that comes near the potential dynamite that you didn't spot. So yes, let me just drop it into action. 1 second.
My God.
This is the thing. I can't believe no one has got a passive perception above 13. Like anything who rolls stealth on you guys, you
don't have any druids. It's the problem.
You know what I mean?
I blame Gaz.
Yeah, like not a single person that can make that can spot anything. That's hilarious. Right, we're on the right layer. So it was just here all the time, just sat there waiting.
Roll your goddamn dice.
I mean, it almost attacked Quent, but Quent didn't come.
17.
Didn't come near that pillar. So that's a 12 plus a bunch, 16 to hit.
Shield.
Okay.
Can't hear anybody.
Oh,
We can hear you.
Yeah, someone poke him in a text way and say we can hear him, and I don't know, restart or something. So he did. Let me get to the right thing. Now, if he attacks from stealth, does he get advantage? Doesn't say that he does, so he doesn't. There you go.
No, I think the stealth just generally gives him surprise.
Yeah, it's a rogue that would have the ability to get that, but he doesn't. He's not a rogue. Oh, by the way, you're still feared, aren't you?
Against one of them, and I did ask earlier.
So now that he's appeared, because now that he's there, everyone bar Tazar thinks in 10 feet. So everyone needs to make a DC 11 Wisdom saving throw.
17.
Wisdom save, right?
I mean, Quent, you don't need to do it because you're
Raging.
in fear. So Ash, you
are
having a terrible day. Having attacked by bats, cut up, you've had a monkey poop on your shoulder, you've spent most of this combat paralyzed, and now this thing drops down and you're like, ah!
Yep.
It's funny how this works, isn't it? Sometimes you have a great session and sometimes everything goes... The dice is not your friend.
It is not today.
So
honestly, I'm just surprised Arlo's still awake.
It attacks you and you just shield, because you've seen what it can do in the past with its paralysis.
I've seen what it's done to Ashrin. I might not be wise, but I am smart.
This one hasn't used its teleport yet, so it will immediately use its teleport and...
Kicking the fuck out.
GTFO. Will it get its teleport back? Only I will know the answer to that question. Okay. I need to mark them, really. Let me do that. That's their turn, so that's the 2 that didn't... sorry, that's the 1 that didn't act. Yes, I'm not saying anything else. I'm just talking to myself. You carry on, guys. That takes us to Arlo. That was Arlo's turn and a reaction. So now it's Quent. You suddenly saw this thing appear next to you and then pop, disappear. You're like, oh, how did I not see that before? But currently, as you look around, you've just seen Tazar defuse what looks like a stick of dynamite on a pillar, and there is, you notice, a couple of pillars to your south.
Well, in that case, I guess I shall investigate the pillars to the south.
Okay, so
Starting
roll
with the
me.
closest one, obviously.
Now, investigation is an intelligence-based check, so that is with disadvantage. So roll disadvantage, investigation.
How's this a 2 minus 1 sound?
So you
A 31.
you look around and on the pillar that you choose to look at out of a couple of pillars, you don't see any dynamite. That's your action.
You lose
Bonus
rage,
action.
don't you?
He's already raged.
He has to hit something or be hit each turn.
He did hit something. No, so it would be by his next turn because he hit something on his turn. So now on this turn, if he doesn't get hit, I think he would lose his rage. I would imagine. Yeah. I'm always confused with the way it works, but yeah, he did hit something on his turn.
Early
this is now his turn.
You haven't attacked a hostile creature in the past turn.
Yeah. So he did attack in the last turn, so he's now got this turn to be attacked.
Yeah.
And that takes us on. So you've investigated. You got a bonus action? Anything you want to do? Do you want to get your monkey to do anything? Get your monkey to
obviously,
investigate.
I'm gonna get the monkey to invest. The baboon. Get it right, goddammit. Baboon with disadvantage investigation, I guess.
No, because it was.
It was scared shitless.
No, we did roll. That's right. It did fail.
The shit saw lower aspirin, so it was scared shitless.
It's gonna.
You know it gets -3 on investigation, right?
Yeah.
I don't give a damn. It's something to do.
Disadvantage -3.
Oh, I saw the 17. Got excited then for a second.
6 minus something, I guess.
3.
So that fails miserably.
Obviously.
So yes, it's just looking where you were looking and where you were literally in the exact same place. It is just picking up like rocks and then throwing them at the dead corpse of the Meanlock. That's all it does, and its turn. That takes us on to Ash. You're no longer paralyzed. You can do something. You can be someone. You're still scared, but you're now not even sure what of because it's not there anymore.
Yes, I'm scared of something. I don't like the room that's filled with dynamite. I'm not confident in my ability to see dynamite. So I think I'm going to start wandering out. The question is...
I have no idea how hilarious it would have been had, like, if Arlo would have been, like, 5 foot... I mean, I actually moved him back because that's what was happening in real time. Had I have left him where he moved himself to, then he burning hands, the fucking explosion would have been amazing. So, yes. Sorry, what are you doing?
So, yeah, I'm... Well, I know he killed one down here. So, yeah, I think I'm going to start to wander over there. I don't want to get too far away from the group, so I'm just going to move to where
Are you going to go look at... Are you going to investigate the pill? Are you just going to walk over there at the moment, do you?
Yeah, I want to get out of the way of the dynamite. So
Makes sense.
I'm going to start wandering out and sort of bonus action to the others.
Are you going to loot the corpse because there's nothing to do?
That's what?
You're going to try and loot the corpse in combat because there's nothing to
You could hold the cantrip.
Actually, that's a good idea. So yeah, I'll get here and then I'll hold shocking grasp.
Prestidigitate the crap off his back.
Oh yes, I could do that, but no, I'll hold shocking grasp in case something attacks me. And yeah, bonus action to the others. Let's get away from the dynamite.
Okay. Let's get away from the dynamite.
Taser.
Yeah.
Azar.
What are you doing?
Can he hear us now?
And I've even got you both, so yeah.
Excellent.
So Ashran's kind of running out the room a little bit. Arlo has just been attacked. Quent.
You see
Looking
Quent
around.
searching around the pillars. You saw Arlo searching around the pillars getting attacked. You know that you've cleared one of these pillars to the south. There's another pillar just to the east. What do you want to do?
I will investigate the one to the east. I'm be doing this.
Okay, so you... One second, I'm on the wrong layer. I do apologise. You step to the hit. You start looking around the pillar. Make me an investigation check with disadvantage. That roll at the start was rough for everyone getting disadvantage on perception and investigation in this cave. That's just hard.
Well, it just means we're going to be here for a little bit longer.
Or not very long at all.
Boom!
The first one was a 12. The first one was a 12. The second one was an at 20.
So it's a 12
yeah.
because it's disadvantage. But that's a 12 in total, yeah?
Do you get plus or minus to your investigation?
0.
Okay. So a 12, you search around that pillar, and you're fairly confident, but you're not totally confident that you can't find dynamite. You found the last one so easily, but this one you just can't find.
My bonus action, I will. What I can do, just be prepared if something.
Okay.
That's nothing you can really do.
Yeah. Okay, so you're all still in the room. That is... now it's the Meanlock's turn. And one round of combat has passed. The Meanlocks...
The way he says that makes it sound very important to what's going on with Dynamite.
I mean, there's obviously a timing situation going on here. But how long is those timers? Now that is the question. Let me get to the right layer. I'm on the right layer. Now I need to get to the other layer. Boom. Ash, you were holding Shocking Grasp when something attacks. When something attacks you, correct?
Yes.
Okay, you may roll that attack.
Okay.
Because it was stealthy, you didn't see it, but it will attack you first. But you may as well roll your attack as well. Actually, no, because you won't. Ooh, now here's the thing. Your passive perception was lower than his stealth. You were looking out. I'll tell you what, make me a perception check, because you were looking out for it. So I will say, if you...
and his thing would act like a reaction.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. But what I will say is, because he was looking, he would see it coming if he can roll a perception above its stealth roll.
Okay. At disadvantage or not?
So that is, you're still at, you're at disadvantage for all perception checks, so yes.
13 plus 3, so 16.
Don't make it easy on the DM, do you? You rolled a 16 stealth. So I will say, roll a d20.
Okay.
You've got to roll high.
I did not roll high.
Not. So you hit it. It still stealths up to you, and you do see him, and you reach out your Shocking Grasp. But before you reach out your Shocking Grasp, it attacks you for a 17 plus. So yes, 21 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
You can't even shield.
Not against that.
So it hits and does 4 points of damage, and make a DC 11 Constitution saving throw.
DC
Come on,
11 cons.
Retribution.
Right. Okay.
For a
Yeah,
second
Nope.
there.
Oh!
Oh my god! He has a 25% chance of failing, 75% chance of success, and he fails every time.
Oh dear.
So as you go to reach out with your electric shock, thinking also, if he hits me, I can hit him with a Rod of Retribution as some kind of weird bonus reaction, you
Presumably I'd
you
get
freeze
to
up.
do whichever, but yes.
You are frozen, and
One day you'll get to use it.
as he hits you, you suddenly stood there, and as you kind of fall, it uses the rest of its movement to start to carry you away. It can get that far. Yeah, I've got to do that and that. Okay.
Did it attack at disadvantage?
It did not!
I remembered a bit quicker this time.
No, 15, so still 19 to hit.
Yeah, it still hits.
If you don't shield.
Which I didn't. Because I was using my reaction. Or I would have used my reaction.
I was going to
for
say
other
as well,
things.
can you use your reaction to shield if you can't use it because he's already used his reaction to hold a spell?
No,
No, the reaction's
that's
to
his normal
release.
Right,
No,
so you can choose to not release.
Yes,
Got
so
ya.
I could use my reaction to release the held action, or shield,
Or
or Rod of
shield.
Retribution, whichever.
Got ya.
But I've only got the one reaction. But no, because I was holding it, I wasn't going to shield.
The best
Okay.
sorcerer to die with all his spell slots intact.
Yep.
So, we are moving you away from combat. You're being dragged away. The good
Yeah.
news is, it's
It was only
Arlo's,
13 points a day. Sorry, 4 points
it's
a day.
Arlo's turn.
Did I see that?
You did not see that at all, no. You were still thinking, I've either got to get out of here or find this dynamite.
If I didn't see it, I would now be looking for the dynamite.
Okay, make an investigation check, not with disadvantage, because you have a really good
9 plus 6, 15.
15 is enough. So you're searching around, and actually you realise you were looking in the wrong place, at the wrong pillar. And as you look at the pillar near, now that this guy was here, because he came out of hiding, you realise he was probably the one planting it. So you look to where he was, and you do find a stick of dynamite, and it is lit.
I would copy.
And it is about halfway down through its burn.
halfway. Crap. But I'm going to copy what Tazar did, because
Yeah.
what he did
Pull it
looked
out.
successful. Pull
Mhm.
out.
And that's it. So that has defused the.
As a side note, I will also take the dynamite at some point.
tape it.
Take it.
Oh yeah, just whack it in your pocket. You can
There
do
we
that.
go. Waste not, what not.
I will assume that Tazar did the same thing. He's like, yeah, bag of holding.
Well, honestly,
Yes!
it's basically free black powder for him.
It is free black powder, yeah. Or you can throw it at someone in a minute and then cast Burning Hands when it gets near them and boom!
So, question: what happens if you throw a lit stick of dynamite into a bag of holding?
And a lit stick, oh god, do you know what? That is just a mental question. I have no idea.
Does the bag go boom, or does it go boom in the bag? I mean,
Or does it, because it goes into an alternate dimension, does the dimension go boom? Does it blow up the walls of reality? We'll come
That's
to
a
that
good
one
question,
after
right?
the show. It's a great question.
3d6
Can you blow up
bludgeoning
a bag?
damage. Nice.
Right, so we're going to go to... Is that your turn, Arlo?
Right.
Or did you want to move?
Okay, so which pillar did I find this dynamite on?
It was literally there. In the
Right,
corner
so
behind this pillar here.
I would move to the next pillar in preparation for searching that one as well.
So as you walk there, make a perception check for me.
Oh my god. 2.
You're so focused on the job at hand, you don't see a glowing ash being dragged down the tunnel.
Carry on, carry on.
Quent, you do, because you were watching in that direction, you do see a glowing ash being dragged
Good.
down the tunnel.
that's good. Only problem is I'm out of rage, so I guess I have to reinitiate rage.
So you're going to
And
use your
go-
next rage, and then you're
Yeah.
going to run up and smack it in the face.
Yes.
By the way,
Okay.
is the baboon still on Ashram's back?
Yeah, it's shooting all over him, I guess.
I would say, yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, it is. As he got paralysed, it would have hopped off, so he's probably about there. Because he wouldn't have been
Maybe
carried against his will, so...
So, first of all,
He'll chase after it, I imagine, as well, but yeah.
rage and engage, and
Rage and engage.
hopefully kill the fucker.
Okay.
Let's see how this one goes.
Davis Quent.
That's gonna hit.
You're raging, so you don't need to roll against the fear, because... yeah.
Yeah.
Can you roll me just quickly when you've done that? Do your attack first. Carry on.
I thought there was an attack.
Was that 19 he got?
11 plus 8, yeah, 19 to hit.
Hits.
Yay.
Roll damage.
And since this is damage plus the special Divine Fury, that is 13 plus 6, that's 19, plus 2, that's 21, I think. That thing?
It's bloodied. It's definitely looking. As you come into it, it's trying to drag him away. And to be honest, yeah, it is looking hurt.
And that's when the boo boom comes in and kicks his ass.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that is that. The baboon, you need to now roll for the baboon. Well, the thing is, you can't control the baboon because you bonus action raged. But you also need to roll for the baboon to see if it's feared. So you need to roll a DC 11 wisdom saving throw.
7, and wisdom was not a baboon's
Yeah,
big
so
thing.
it can't move in the direction of him anyway. He's not allowed to move in that direction. So he's just standing back there scared. Basically, jumps onto Arlo's shoulders and puts his hands over Arlo's eyes and roll me a poop check.
Oh my god.
Go on, Quint. Yeah, it definitely poops on Arlo's shoulder as well. There's just monkey poop everywhere.
It's not even on the shoulder. It's in the back, going down the back. It's creamy with little clumps and stuff.
Wow.
What is he feeding these things?
Oi, vey. Right, we're getting through on time. We're doing all right. We've got to go. So let's get through this. So we got to get through this. That's Quent's turn. That takes us on to Ash.
Ashrin.
You are paralysed.
Roll.
That's the end of your turn. Roll to see if you can save against the paralysis.
So this one's cons.
Yeah,
No, I'm
con
not
saving
using
throw.
that die. That die's going in dice jail.
That die is in dice jail.
Let's do the red one. Luckily, I
Looks
think
like
that's
10.
enough. That's 10 plus 5, 15.
15's fine, yeah. So you're like, you suddenly like, and I'm going to electrify. Wait, what happened? And you suddenly realise that you're on the floor, prone, being dragged by a very bloodied Meanlock, and you're like, what happened? And that's your turn. I feel
I'm
so
only
bad. He's just
paralysed
getting
again.
no turns whatsoever. Oh, by the way, make me a wisdom saving throw to see if you are
If I'm
scared
still
of the
feared.
Meanlock.
Yeah.
Feared, yeah.
Ooh.
Nope.
Nah.
So you shake off.
16
You're now
plus
angry.
1.
You are now angry.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I'm no longer
You've been
feared.
paralysed twice. You've done it. Whereas, like, you've seen Quent because you've been friends for a while. You've seen how he rages to get rid of his fear, and right now you are raging to get rid of your fear.
That one's staying in
But
dice jail.
that is your
red
turn.
one's better.
Tazar, you are searching for dynamite in that corner, and you don't notice what's happening over there because that's far too far away. You wouldn't see it in the light that we have. What you would see is, whilst you're looking, you do see some movement to the north again in that little tunnel. There's movement to the north, and you were investigating and you weren't able to find anything. What do you do?
All the pillar's been checked.
Sorry,
It's
you
an
broke
ongoing
up.
process.
Yes. So you couldn't find it last time. You can keep looking if you want. You can look somewhere else, or you can get the fuck out of there because you're worried about the dynamite blowing up.
I'm gonna keep looking for now.
Are you going to look in the area the way you were looking, or did you want to look in a slightly different area? So currently there is these two pillars. You've already found the dynamite that was on this pillar. There is a pillar here. Make an intelligence check for me. Just roll me a straight intelligence check. Not with disadvantages. This is just to work out your overarching ability to discern this investigation.
I like to think that Tazar, as someone who uses a gun, would have a good working knowledge of explosives.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm not going to give him. That's why I'm not giving him disadvantage. I'm watching on Twitch. It's really annoying. There's a delay. Let me know when he rolls.
He's rolled 2.
So you just... Oh. You wouldn't know. Yeah, you would just keep looking. You'd think it's on one pillar, I'll look on the other pillar. Whether that's good or not, you would keep looking where you originally were looking. So roll me an investigation check at this... Or perception, whichever you would prefer. You can try and look for it, or you can investigate around the ground. So make me a perception or investigation, either one with disadvantage.
Oh, but this. I'll just do this investigation because it's 0 anyway.
What's your perception?
Is it
Pigeon
perception?
+2.
There you go.
So-
So if you're a perception, then you get a +2 rather than a 0. So it's better to. You realise that last time you spotted it from a distance because you saw the burning. So you're starting to look around for sparks. As you look around for sparks, you roll a perception check with disadvantage.
One's better. That's
And the second
18.
one?
What was it? Sorry. Oh, that was the first one, right? Yeah. So we've got one good one that will succeed, but will he succeed or will he fail? Is a total 10. You don't find anything. You suddenly realise now that maybe that first one was just really easy to spot, and or maybe you're looking in the wrong place, and you're starting to worry now because you know that these fuses don't last that long. Did you want to stay to keep searching next turn, or did you want to GTFO out of there?
I think GTFO.
In which direction are you going to go?
Kind of there.
So you're staying in the room, yeah?
You can basically move that far.
We'll.
Okay, so you leave the cavern. You leave the cavern behind. You head out into the hallway. You now see in front of you Ashrin, and on the ground with a mean lock over him, and a mean lock with basically a big chunk missing from its shoulder, and a bloodied axe being wielded by the man, the legend, who is Quent. Unfortunately, you have no action left, but you do have a bonus action. Anything you can do?
I'm not going to bonus action on. I'm not.
Okay.
Just to let you know, I'm not saying you do this, but if you wanted to, you could bonus action surge, and that would give you the ability to shoot your gun. I'm saying it's available to you. I'm not saying you have to do that or you even should do that.
It's too tight and powder these walls. Yeah, no, I'm not going to risk that.
Okay. So that's your turn. Moving down to the Meanlocks. It is the Meanlock's turn. He's been attacked by this big thing. They've seen the little guy in front of him who's prone on the ground. So obviously, seeing the guy prone on the ground, what's he going to do? He's going to roll with advantage. Thank you very much. That's very helpful, Gaz, by the way. That's super awesome.
Hopefully it won't be.
I mean, it's super... Oh, actually, it's advantage, which is disadvantage because you're bright light. So it's actually only a 15 to hit.
Are you going to shield?
What, me?
Nope.
Yes.
Yes, he's hitting you on the ground with advantage, but it's now a straight roll because you're prone. So he's attacked you on the ground, which is a straight roll, and he rolled a 15.
Oh, that doesn't hit, does it?
No, 15 would
is his
hit.
AC.
15's my AC. Go on then. I like to think that Arlo's been every time.
I got rid of his shield.
So, go on then. I'll pop a first level on our shield.
So he blocks it up. Oh, you realise your stick of being hit. So you're angry.
Yeah.
You're like a shield of retribution almost. You put it
like
up there,
to actually get
blocking
a
the
turn.
hit. And this, believe it or not, is one of the... This guy doesn't disappear. Because he didn't... He was one of the ones that escaped previously and didn't get his... Oh, he gets to re-roll for that each time, by the way. He didn't get it back, and now he's going to get it back for next turn. Not that he's going to get a next turn. So that's his turn. Seeing that he was there, he will... Okay, bear with me a second. Need to just change there. Let's grab this guy. Arlo, suddenly in front of you, you spot a Meanlock! He appears to have appeared out of nowhere. And he will attack you, but before he does, roll me a fear aura thing. Also, no, he's 15 feet away, so you're good. Yeah, you're good from the fear. You're good from the fear.
15, probably.
So he's going to attack you, which is not advantage or disadvantage. It's not good. It's only a 13 to hit.
It's not going to hit.
So it attacks you. And you look at this guy and you realise it's the guy that fucking missed you earlier. He's useless. Yeah, and he with that in mind, having come out, and then you suddenly see him try and teleport, and it fails. And when it fails, he is not hanging around. He is going. He's getting the fuck out of this cavern. 5, 10, 15, 20. You do get an attack opportunity if you want to take it.
Remind me, I can't use spells or cantrips. I have to use an actual weapon.
Yes. Unless you've got
Warcaster, yeah.
Yep. Okay, so that is going to be a dagger at +5. Ooh.
That hits.
17.
Yeah, so that hits.
For
damage.
D4 plus 4 points of damage.
Nice. So you, as he goes to get away, you do catch him. And as you catch him, you hit him, and he's kind of running away. And as he gets to the entrance, he turns round, and he smiles as boom, boom, boom. All right, yeah, you got two of them. Boom, boom. 2 of the pillars suddenly explode. One of them is about 5 feet away from you. It was where you were about to search on your next turn. So you've already read that. What damage does that do?
I actually got it up here, so
It was. You said 3d6 bludgeoning damage or something, didn't you?
Right. Okay. Each creature within 5 feet must make a DC 12 dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
And that is an 8 plus 3, so it's 11. Fail. And then take 3d6 bludgeoning
3d6.
damage or
Yeah, I've
half
got that
on
here.
a success.
I've got it here. And bludgeoning damage, half of damage. If all. Or you guys, I tell you what, you're fucking lucky. Oh, sorry, I'm rolling. That was not that one. What, I'm rolling 3d6?
3d6.
So,
It's where I lose half my health.
I like to give a little bit of information away. Yeah, in order to stop the room collapsing, you had to get 2 of the 4. So, had you have not have found the other one, you would have the room would have collapsed on you, and I think you might have died. 4d10 bludgeoning damage if it collapsed on you. And you're the only one left in the room. I was like, I can't believe it. Everyone else has left, and you're just stood in the room. And I was like, holy shit! If that, but yeah, I weren't sure if it was 2 or 4. But yeah, if you get 2 of them, it doesn't collapse yet.
Right.
So that's 6, 11, 13 damage. You said 3d6, right?
Yep, 3d6. So
Yeah.
I am bloodied.
Okay. Yep. 3d6. So you are, as it blows up, it kind of like hits you, and you're like, oh, you're covered in blackface, and your hair's sticking up, and yeah, you're in a bad way as you kind of land. I would like to think it knocks you prone, so you're kind of lying on the ground, and as you look up, you suddenly see both those pillars. They're still taking the weight of the room, but it's looking a little ropey in there.
How many
Okay,
HP
and
did
that-
the baboon have?
That
Out of the room.
that is was the baboon? Oh, your baboon's on your
It's on
shoulders.
shoulders.
The baboon is out. You have lost your baboon. Baboon is babooned. Bye-bye. Doesn't mean you can get another ball out though, because I think you only rolled a 2, so you've still got like potential of other charges.
I will just say the baboon needs to be within
what
5
about
feet
rolled a
to take the damage.
3?
He was
It
on
was
your
on
shoulders.
your
though.
shoulders.
He was, yes. Yes, he was.
That was the thing. He was stood away, and because of the fear, he jumped up into your shoulders.
The baboon
pooped
gets
on
to
you.
make a dexterity saving throw.
I think
half
even
it
half
wouldn't
damage,
matter.
you'd still be dead. It had like 8 hit. It had like 6 hit points.
3.
He had 3 hit points,
Oh,
yes.
3 hit points. Jesus. Okay, so he's still visible as well, but only to actually the room's still there. There's a lot of smoke and cloud everywhere. At that distance, you probably wouldn't see him actually because that torch has now been extinguished. There's just the torch that he's carrying. That room is now in pitch darkness as well.
Okay, so if it's my turn and I can't see the other guy, and I'm not going to waste an action trying to light a torch, I'm going to get up, kind of dust myself off, and stumble in the direction where my friends had gone. So,
So
I
you
can
move-
get about there, and then I can see this thing holding on to Ashrin.
Yes.
He's been hit, hasn't he?
Yes.
So
Well, you wouldn't know. You would see a big chunk missing from his shoulder, and you'd see the axe with the blood on it.
So knowing that he's a bit injured, right? Rather than actually, I can't even shock and grasp. I'm not touching. Toll the Dead is the only thing I would do. DC 15 Wisdom saving throw. I'm telling it, it's time to die. It's time to go to the afterlife.
Natural 19.
Motherfucker.
Natural 19. What the?
So that's it's stuck there, and it's about to die, but you ain't gonna kill it.
I would use a spell slot, but Quent, our man of the match, is standing next to it. So what
Yeah.
would be the point?
And Quen, what are you doing?
Oh yeah!
I'd like to think as well that Arlo pulls out. What is the spell component for the
It's a bell. We just pull it up. Toll the Dead. It doesn't say. I'll tell you in a second.
Okay, so you basically starts to cast this spell, and everyone looks at him, and his eyes go dark. Pulls out this component, drops it down, and he goes, "It's time to die." And the thing just looks at him and goes, "Huh?" And then Quent attacks it with an axe.
It's visual and semantic. It doesn't have a
So
component.
just your eyes went black. You kind of did like a weird symbol of a bell ringing.
It literally got
Your
a bell.
has
that,
rung.
like that scene from Game of Thrones where they're saying shame and like
Shame.
die. Just die.
You're like covered in dirt. You go, your bell has rung. And then you just stood there like that and nothing's happening.
Someone with such a high DC, this thing fails far too often.
And the funny thing is, I'm still raging because.
Yes, because you hit last time.
Yeah.
So you're fine. Yeah. Just smash it in the face.
Yeah.
How about rage? As long as you keep attacking, you keep raging.
6
Plus 8.
plus 8 is. 14.
Oh, 14 misses. 14 just misses.
That's not good.
Okay. So that means anything bonus action?
I believe my rage is my only bonus action, actually.
Okay. So Ash,
Yeah.
you're on the
I'm
ground.
fighting, but all
You
that.
are angry.
Oh,
I am.
you tell a lie. You can talk to it with the bonus action.
You could my friend would kill you.
You're dead, man. You're dead.
Yes, right. I'm on the floor next to it.
Here's where you try and convince the DM. If it's already touching me, do I really need to roll to hit for shock and grasp?
Oh, it definitely let go when an axe chopped its arm off. Now.
Yes, yeah. What's the best thing to do? Could try that. What
The best thing to do is to kill it.
Yeah, but I doubt I can kill it, is the point.
But you could certainly take a chunk out of it.
I was going to say, so I've got two options. Oh, let's try that one. I haven't done this one yet. Okay, what do we think that they'd be vulnerable to? Acid, cold, fire.
Probably
lightning.
radiant.
I haven't got radiant. That's the problem. That's the one damage type you
Things
can't do.
vulnerable to acid, man. Don't send them to a rave in the 90s.
Do we know that though?
What about the raves in the 90s?
Yeah. I think we only know they're sensitive to light, don't we? So
That's all you know. They're only sensitive to light that you know of.
But I saw fire work fairly well for Arlo earlier. So I'm gonna. Oh wait, no, I'm right next to it, aren't I? Damn it! That's a ranged
You
spell.
are currently next to it.
Yes. Oh damn it. Okay. In that case, just magic missiles.
Oh, boom! You can't go wrong.
Go wrong.
How many are you firing?
Just level 1, so it's 3 missiles.
Okay.
Oh, go on, push the boat out.
Oh, actually, you're right. Yes, I forget it's not on my thingy. Go on, yeah, level 2. I only get 1 more for it, but I haven't used
Okay.
any level
Might
2s
make the
yet.
difference.
It might, yes. Right.
Roll them one at a time. We'll see if it was worth it or if you wasted one. Go on.
The grey one's the extra one I picked up.
Okay.
That's how you roll them.
So to clarify,
All fours
the
except
grey
one.
one's the extra one you picked up, yeah?
Yeah.
You didn't need it. The other 3 killed it. So the first one goes out, boom. The second one comes out, boom. The third one, exactly, by the way, it had 11 hit points left. So as the third one hits it, it's like, and as it goes to the ground, the fourth one just. That's the one that hit it. But you wanted that extra one because it needed to know.
Well, I was going to say, by now, overkill is the only kill.
Oh, that, by the way, I'd like to think you said that. Overkill is the only kill.
He's been paralysed for like 3 turns of combat, so
I know, it's ridiculous. Okay,
so if it's
that
going
one,
to take a go, it's going to be at level 2.
that one dies.
Yay! Alright, I'll stand up as well. Because it was magic missiles, I didn't care. I didn't care about the advantage disadvantage. I was firing them, then I stand up.
You yeah, cool. All you know now is.
So yes, I look around and check, and we're all still here, just about.
I mean, you do see Arlo in the corner, just black and soot, and his hair, unkempt as ever, is now like a poof.
Currently, at this point, I would actually say, to a small extent, you are out of combat. Because the one that the last one that you had seen that left out of the room, left to the north, up into the maze, you can chase after him if that's something you want to do immediately.
Well, I would convey that information
yeah.
that there's one more. He went that way.
I'll give you a second. I'll give you a second to think, take breath.
So I'm going to look at Quent and see what he does, because he's the one that's presumably still got his rage on. So I'll see what he does.
It's gonna be dissipating because
Well,
he went that way. The last one went that way.
Did you want to run after him?
I will chase him because why not?
Okay. So you got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You can get actually. All right, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, 30 feet of movement to there. Is it 30 you've got or 40?
I believe it's 30.
Unless he dashes.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to work out because he had his turn. So right now, I'd assumed I'd forgot about the rage. We'll go with the fact that he is still stood there. You can see him from where you are. So, or you would have an opportunity if you wanted to keep your rage. You could throw a javelin at him, or you could go and stand next to him and hope he attacks you.
I think I'll actually throw the javelin because it's got pretty good to hit damage on it.
Okay, so you see him there, and you just you're angry still. You've been hacking at this thing. You're like, "Rrr." You're just like, "Rrr." As you run through the room, you run in there, and you suddenly you do notice it looks a little bit suspect in here, but you're like, "Rrr," and you just pull out the javelin from your back and you just throw it in his direction. Make an attack roll.
Yeah, if Tazar can stab things on a pointy stick, so can Quent.
17 plus 7.
Definitely hits.
I
Definitely
had to
hits.
because the way it was just on my screen, it looked like a 1, but then look closer. Nope, it's a good kind of 1. It's in front of another number.
And the funny thing is, it's 6 damage plus. So
Plus lots of stuff.
So you're still raging. So it would be with the damage of the javelin plus your smite damage, whatever it's called. Judgment damage.
Yeah. The first creature hit on each of her turns. Yes, so it's also plus a. So that would be 6 plus 5, so 11 damage.
Shame none of these are mages, isn't it?
11 damage to a bugger.
11 damage. Wow. So it's still standing. It is looking hurt, but it's not bloodied yet. But it's definitely hurt. It's got a spear sticking out of it. Standing there, looking at you, and that's your turn.
Because we dipped out of combat and then back in, it's now a bit confusing as to where we are in terms.
It's more like Arlo used his turn to communicate the information, and then it went down to Quent.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Yep. Good. Right.
So we're still in turn order. Ash, you've seen him take off in that direction, and you don't know what happened when he got there.
He might have heard a scream.
You can hear some weeping coming from the north and some water dripping to the west.
Yep. Okay. So I'll run next to him.
Yeah.
Slightly squeezing by the other two, but hopefully it's just about enough room to get by. And then I can see it, so... Right, I'm actually going to do what I was going to do the previous turn, but close enough now. I'm going
You
to
might actually get to kill that.
I'm going
You
to
should have
chromatic
disappeared.
orbit.
What, level 2?
Uh,
It is a level 2 spell, isn't it?
oh, I can level to it. No, it's level 1, but I can level to it.
He should have. He had a shadow thing at the end, but do you know what? He could have shadow disappeared, but he was too busy mocking Arlo and laughing at him with the dynamite going off, so he missed his opportunity to shadow. He's the only one left, I think, with it left out of the people you were fighting. Okay, I feel the
Or
music's
is
gone all
he?
kind of calm and aura-y. Let's get some. Let's go back. We're still in battle mode, guys.
So yes, I'll try... Because I think we've seen a few of these now. The black lines are from the pillars, Freakby.
Shadow.
Yeah, they're shadows from the pillars. Right, so... Yes, Chromatic Orb level 2 to hit.
He's not messing around anymore.
12 plus 5, 17.
Miss it. No, it hits.
Excellent. Right,
What
so
type?
then this is... Oh, fire. So this
Can't
is
go wrong with fire.
4d8, which annoyingly I only have 3d8 to hand. There we
Please
go.
wait. Searching for dices.
Yeah, got it. Right, 4d8.
Ooh, 16, 24.
24... No plus, so yeah, 24 points of fire damage.
24
That is
points.
respectable, that.
24 points. There we go. I should have got rid of those things off the thing now, because they don't need to be there. 24 points of fire damage is plenty with the damage that it was done to it earlier. He again, it's kind of like that Bond villain situation. You know what I mean? He's like a weird creature from the Fae. And he got hit, and he was a bit annoyed because he got literally that little nick with the dagger that you gave him is why this guy's dead, Arlo. Because if you not nicked him, he'd have just ran away and shadow shaped away. But he ran away and then turned round and mocked you, and then the building almost fell on you. But everyone has now killed him because of it. So it's his own fault. Someone should tell silly Meanlocks not to mock the adventurers. Don't mock the adventurers, Meanlocks. Okay. He's dead. And that does take us out of combat.
He's a really crispy critter.
On fire, still burning. So now you're in the room.
Yes, right.
You still know that there's a few bits and bobs that could be around.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand off my stick of dynamite to Tazar.
Yeah.
You know, and basically just kind of tell him like, Tazar, I think this might be useful for you in future. Maybe you can, hollow out the black powder and use it to make some bullets or something, or maybe we can strap them together and cause some chaos. But I think it's best left with you, and just basically give it to him.
Yeah. I could have been really mean when the other dynamite went off and let that trigger your dynamite as well. That would have been a whole crazy amount of fun.
It would have.
But that's gone. That's in the past. Right, so two of you in the room. Do you guys from outside come back into the room, or what are you doing?
I would come in and I would give the room a proper investigation check.
So two things. So make you may as well do it because you're coming back in. Ash, you can make a standard intelligence check. So just roll me a d20 and add your intelligence modifier.
Standard intelligence, right.
Arlo, you can roll me an investigation check. Quent, I want you to roll me a survival check. And
12.
And Tazar, I would like you to roll me a 1 second. My thing's taking a second to load. You can roll me also a survival check, I think, but that you're with disadvantage.
I forget
Also-
the first button. I roll 11.
So 11. Just see what Taser rolls on that, and we'll get between you. What did you roll, Arlo?
12.
Okay, we'll come to that in a second. And Ash.
Natural 18.
Okay.
And
So,
Taser, we're out of combat, and you have got Poe on your shoulder, so you can have a little bit of guidance on that as well.
so what you notice, Ash, is that this
It's a
whole
D4,
room
right?
Yep.
is not stable. Those two pillars are looking pretty precarious. It's up at the moment, but you wouldn't want to hang around
That
too
dilly
long.
dally around in here. Yeah.
Yeah, so you might want to sort of like say, it's up too long. Quen and Tazar, from your roles,
14, sorry, 12.
you are able to see from looking around. There's two things, because also I think actually the final thing from that big roll that you've got, there's two things you notice. One, 2 sticks of dynamite went off, and you see the room is looking precarious, and it's not looking great on those 2 poles that are left. The second thing you think with that is 4 dynamites that all went off at the same time must have been placed by 4 meanlocks, and you've only killed 3. And Quent, you realise that with Taser at the same time, in the amount of tracks that you've seen, and for what you've counted from the dynamite, you suddenly think one of them is either trying to escape or is hiding. You can't see him, but there's probably one left, is what you've established. Arlo, what you've decided is to have a little look around and investigate. And although that piece of knowledge was lost on you, that's because you were having a rummage around in the clothes and the mess. And you come across a couple of things. Did you want to cast anything, do anything?
Well, I would cast Detect Magic, but that would require hanging around for quite a while.
Because it's a ritual.
Yeah.
Got you.
I mean, presumably you could use a spell slot, but you don't want to use a spell slot.
Sacrilege! Well, actually, technically I can't, because I don't have it prepared.
Oh, okay.
I can only cast it at ritual.
So, what did you roll on your investigation?
12.
Okay, so what you discover is roughly, you write down exactly 50 gold pieces.
Right.
And you also find a set of dusty old goggles.
That's the old goggles. I will make a note to investigate those later.
Yeah, presumably
I
there must
will,
have been
however,
something
pocket-
about them.
I will pocket myself rather than party fund the 50 gold pieces, because
No
I
problem.
do need to learn some spells at some point.
No problem. And at this point, as you're looking through that, Ash is like, guys, this is not very secure. And I'm pretty sure there's one left. Does anyone do anything else?
And presumably Quentin Tazar go, yeah, based on tracks, I tend to agree.
More stuff to kill?
Yep, but I suggest we do it out of this room.
I suggest we go back the way we came. We'll get lost otherwise should this room collapse. And I think I saw some sort of wet room to the west.
As you start
You
to
just
say
want to
that,
wash the poop off.
The pillar to the west starts to go.
Hurry!
Running time.
Right, run. GTFO.
Um,
And while you're at it, boy, prestidigitate me, would you?
so
But
as
what-
you
what's
start to
out
run
of
out, the room collapses, and you all get out. No problem. It was if you'd have done anything else or tried to investigate or cast anything else, you'd have had saving throws, but you're fine. So you get out into the hallway. The room behind you, dust everywhere. Any other loot that may or may well have been in there, if you'd have rolled better, gone forever. and
Evil DM.
and you're in a hallway.
So now we're in the hallway. Can we loot the 2 things that we killed that are in the hallway?
In general, they don't have anything on them. They're not even wearing clothes.
Oh, okay.
All their clothes were in the previous room. They shed their clothes and they turn into these fey creatures that hunt and kill. It's like finding a wolf. Only in computer games do you find wolves with with gold on them.
Well, one of them had a ring earlier, so it's worth a look.
Well, that's true. But he liked the bling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He kept that. That was part because yeah.
Or she, presumably.
She
Yeah,
indeed.
yeah.
Right. What are you doing?
So
I think we should investigate the room to the west.
West. Yeah, the wet room.
Yeah.
Let's go there.
But yes, as Arlo says, I shall do a quick prestidigitation of both him and me to get the poop off.
So okay, so you're going to use prestidigitation rather than the shower that's coming. But yeah, so you clear yourself up, get the poop off. There is no more baboon.
We get to summon another thing.
Did you want to reach into your bag and pull out another animal?
I might as well, but since I can maximum roll of 5, let's see what that is. And that's a 6, so that must be a 5. Let's see what that is.
No, so the way we said it was if you roll outside of the thing. Now, I wrote it down. I can't remember if you rolled over, then you didn't get anything, or whether you got to roll again. Everything seems to have refreshed on this monitor. That's weird.
I would assume he'd get to roll again because, you're saying he's got a set number of charges per day.
It's basically like that. And if he rolls it, but it's all, yeah, I'm just going to pull up, because I actually put the item in my Evernote, so I would know. Dooba-dooba-doo. It's not in creatures, is it? It's in characters. So, yes. Yeah, if you rolled above, you have to roll again in case you get a turret, because otherwise you might, and yeah, so just basically roll again.
3.
There you
Hello,
go.
baboon.
You guys get another baboon! I'd like to think it was the same baboon. That one just popped out when the dynamo went off and he's just popped back. Or should I say, pooped back.
Baboomed.
So as you summon, you're at the. So I would say, whilst he's summoning that puts Quent at the rear as everyone goes in. Who would be at the front? Ash, Taser, or Arlo?
Do you even have to ask that?
Well, I was going to say,
Arlo's
Arlo's
at
going
the
to be
back
the
with
back.
Quent.
I think me and Taser. I'm
so
rather
Taser-
squishy, so I'm. Yeah.
Taser is now at the front with his dark vision
Eagle,
leading
would
into
you be at the
room.
front?
No, I would be at the back.
Well, you
Not
can't all
right
be at the
at the
back,
back,
guys. Quent is at the back because he's summoning in a creature. So if you're going in this turn, Quent's at the back, pulling a teddy out as you're moving. Who is walking first?
Yeah, I think it's got to be me and you because we've got the dark vision and yeah.
Yeah, exactly that. You also will need to use another torch because all torches that have been used. Actually, you could probably pick up the one torch that came out here. So there is that was the torch of your armor. So there are no torches. So if you want any torches, you need to light torches.
Right, I will light a new torch and remove one from my inventory.
And where is Ash? Is he hiding under a dead corpse? No, here we go. He's hiding under Arlo, which is similar.
Oh, from me, I was on top of Arlo, but.
And then we've got Arlo just by Quent, and Quent's getting at his baboon. That sounded wrong. Which I will now use
It's
the same
mate.
one. Does he get to roll? Is the hit points fixed, or did he roll for them last time?
They're fixed.
Okay.
Oh, they're only fixed
I mean,
if you want them.
I can roll them if I want to,
Yes.
but
It's generally
So-
easier.
Yeah, I've been using the fixed
As-
ones just because it's
As
quicker.
you walk into the area, it's an effectively a dead end. It's a dead end cavern that opens up into a wide, damp tunnel. All of the lingering dampness of the tunnel is pronounced here. Moisture leaches throughout the ceiling above, which is still covered in moss, forming fat droplets that fall into pools of dark water on the floor throughout the chamber. A sharp scent of mineral fills the air and mixes with the earthy smells of moss. The sound of dripping doesn't echo, but is dulled by the carpeted surface of the moss.
Okay. I mean, I'd like to taste mineral water, but with the weird moss going on, I'm not going to.
Do you want to look at the water?
Yeah, might as well. But, yeah.
So as you walk in, you see the pools. Each of the pools that you see are no larger than each of the pools. Sorry, you see some small ones. The first thing you see are smaller pools that are only a few inches deep. You see a couple of the larger ones that measure sometimes 2 feet. You look down. They look like you could be 2 or 3 foot deep. So they're quite deep pools, but they're not fathomless. You can, in general, as you look at them, that you can see. Or actually, you can't. Anyone who looks at them really at the first thing, you can't really see because they look pure black.
Okay.
But not to you, because the bright light that shines off of you actually, light sources reflect off the water as if it were. So no, so for you, it also, your light you would think would penetrate it, but it doesn't. It reflects back as if it's a mirror.
Okay.
Astrid, I have an idea here. Right, and I'm going to use mage.
It starts to move.
Oh dear.
And you realise that it's not reflectable water at all.
Oh my god, it's an ooze.
But a giant black pudding ooze.
Oh,
which
black
suddenly
puddings
raises
are not
up
good.
like an oil slick. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session. Because it's about 15:15. We'll do some rolls. Takes to about 30:30. We've had a good 4 hours. So yes, we have a black pudding and we have a mean lock on the loose. I thought you would maybe get to the end, possibly, but it's quite a big cave with the maze. If you hadn't have gone to the maze, it would have probably a lot quicker. But obviously, the maze you go round and round, and you have to get out there. By the time we sort of then got out of the maze and then the big fight, but it was good. He did very well. A couple of clutch rolls, by the way. The roll to save Quent going away on his own, because once you're in the maze on your own, they really would have been very difficult to find him, because sound doesn't carry more than 5 or 10 feet, so he wouldn't be able to call for help if he was being attacked. And if you weren't able to get the right rolls to find him, he would have been mano a mano against 4 mean locks. Which
To
would
be
have
fair,
been,
I think he'd have won.
I've got it covered.
He'd have probably done better than the rest of us.
To be honest, the session would have ended quicker, because he'd have just taken them all out and gone, guys, I've done
We'd
it.
have eventually found him just standing over a load of bodies.
And then you'd have had all the time in the world to loot, and... The thing is, in D&D, right, you hear that noise, you see those things, you see an area that you haven't explored. Like a computer game, you have to explore it. You think, well, there's drops, I don't really need to go in there, should I go in there? I kind of want to see what there is to do, what we have to fight next, and that's kind of like, you're led in that direction.
I wondered if it was like maybe their lair or something, and we do need to find the other one, but no, obviously not.
Was it hiding in the water? No, it was staying away from this room, because only one thing lives in this room. Okay, so guys, they have next session, which we'll figure out when that is soon. We've got a black pudding and a mean lock to find. And for now, we're going to do some rolls. So, yeah, so hopefully enjoyed the show. We've got he says black pudding, and I'm thinking of the one you eat for breakfast, says Freak B. Well, no, this is more of a slimy mass of oil that can do all kinds of things.
It's not good for some of our people here, because it will just destroy armor and destroy weapons.
You have actually fought a black pudding before, I think, in this campaign or on the other campaign. We've definitely fought one, but when you fought one last time, it was very damaged. It had been damaged. So this thing's fully healthy and ready to be. It's also well, I'm not saying anything, but it's cool.
Oh dear.
I just remember Toxeros, it dissolved all his clothes and he had to wear a top hat and formal clothes.
Yeah. Corrosive form, a creature that touches the pudding with a melee attack within 5 feet, it takes damage. Any non-magical things made of metal or wood immediately corrode. But it's okay, because Quent's fine. He's got no metal or wood on him, he's just got clothes. He's just got his pants. He has got his magical robe. That's all he wears, a magical red robes. So he's golden.
And I don't wear armour, at least.
So, I can't wait. We'll do the initiative on that as well next session. So that's that. I'm looking for. I'm just reading some of the things I get to do with it. It's so much fun. Oh my goodness. So a big fight straight at the start of next session when we go in. Let's get calendars out in case I get called off by the wife in a rush. Calendars out. When are we doing the next session? Because I've got some homework to do. This session was fine because I already had the whole of this ready. Although I already know kind of what I'm doing. James Andrews.
Any Sunday except the 12th.
Any Sunday except the Sunday that we've already said you couldn't do because that's when we were going to move it to. I'm really glad we did this day, guys. So Sundays. So we're looking in March. So you can't do the 12th. Is everything? So I can't. I think we established the only Sunday I can do in March is the 12th.
So what, the 2nd of April?
So it would be the 2nd of April, yeah. The other option on that is, well, the thing is, the 19th or the 26th has potential. What I would need to do is get back to you. So we can leave that as penciled in. 'Cause basically, it's in the UK, it's Mothering Sunday on the 19th. Yep. And on the 26th, it's the weekend of my brother and my mother's birthday. But I would imagine I will see my mother on one of those and not both of those weekends. It'll more likely be the 19th. I'll see her on the 19th, then I'll probably see her on the weekend of the following weekend of the 1st, which would mean the 2nd. So if people are available, I would say pencil in the 26th. That's possibly the most likely time for me to be able to do it if everyone else is available on the 26th.
Okay, I mean, can pencil it for now. My dad's birthday's on the 23rd. At the moment, I don't think we've got anything planned because we did something because it was his 70th last year. So I don't think I've got anything, but okay. I'll let you know if that changes.
Yeah, and I mean, I will then plan around it. But yeah, certainly I think, yeah. So let's pencil that in. So we're looking at around about the last week of March. It's going to be a 4-month break, guys. Sorry. And it's so exciting. But we've got a black pudding to fight. They've got a mean look to find. And now we're going to do some drawing for some dice. So what dice am I rolling, Gaz?
Let's press the button and see what happens. Oh,
what hit points are you on, Gaz?
13.
It will not go well for you next turn.
It will not.
And you're right
well.
there.
I know.
I mean, it's not good. It is not good. Right. So what am I rolling?
Right, we've got quite a few to go through. So, first, D4. Critical fail, Taser perception check.
Boom, 1.
1 is Josuke Allier. Right, let me do winner. So I don't have to type that each time, so that's a 4-1-1. Right. Next is another D4 for Quent's critical wisdom save.
It was Quent. Let Quent roll it. Roll a D4, Quent. 4.
4 is Trace. Next is a D6 for DM's Bat Initiative, although I've written it Mibative.
Oh, DM's Bat Initiative. I rolled a 4.
A 4 is Ratbait.
Nice little spread again. I'm liking it.
Yep. Next is... Where are we in the list? It's scrolling up. A D4. This is Quent's Baboon's critical
Baboon,
ring.
D4.
2.
2 is Trace.
Trace loves me.
Then we've got a critical fail DM Bats to hit.
2.
2 is Josuke Allier.
He loves me, doesn't he? I've rolled 2 Josuke's.
Then we've got another D4, which is Taser to hit the bats. Critical win.
A D4. I'll roll Taser with a different dice. That's a 1 again.
1 is... Okay. The 1 is the thing who isn't allowed to enter, and it's supposed to stop him entering, but obviously didn't succeed in stopping him enter.
Who's next?
So run that again. Roll that again.
2.
2 is Josuke Allier.
See? Me and Josuke, man. What can I tell you?
And then the last one is Taser's perception to see Quent.
Arlo, you can roll this.
D6.
What am I rolling? D6.
Like a D6. Like a D6.
There's a 2 there.
A 2 is Ratbait.
See? Say we had to get someone else in there, then the best way to get someone else to roll. Right, so we've got all our entrants. What is the prize fund at? Can we see that?
DJ and D Gomp. The pot is currently at 25. So we actually, in all of that, we went up by 5.
There we go. $25/pounds to give away when we give it away. A whole bunch of people entered. Please go to the link for more information on the competition. And by the way, big round of applause for Gaz for creating all this cool electronic stuff that does all the work for us. I got good use out of my DM.
Not so much for the fact that my Twitch kept dropping.
No, he failed at twitching, but succeeded in life, I think. Yes, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being part of this madness. I really got this. This is so useful for those conditions, man. I loved it. I'm now going to go and make my wife happy by cooking dinner. Don't get excited, guys. Come on, get your mouths out the gutter. Mouths in the gutter.
Well,
Ash,
you're not going to please her doing anything else, are you?
The cheek.
Burn.
I'm just hoping he doesn't remember that by next session.
He will.
I said like a D6 at the same time JJ did. It's a great saying. Right, guys. Right, so yes, thank you for tuning. Hope you had fun listening to this nonsense or watching it, whatever you were doing. Have yourselves a great week. We are back, not for a month, but we'll be back then. In the interim, of course, you'll be able to see the Thursday sessions, which are back not this Thursday, but the following Thursday. I'll be here on Fridays, Sarge will be here on Saturdays, Gaz will be here in spirit, and Arlo will be sleeping for an entire month. And of course, Eagle, who is here today in audio beautifulness, will be saying kaboom on a show near you soon.
Hopefully.
You wish.
That's when you're really hoping you would drop him with a kaboom. You know, he's like, go.
No, I think he's gone to walk a dog.
Oh, okay. Kaboom. Right, so
The
thanks,
dog's gonna
guys.
do the kaboom there.
Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Hope you had fun this week, and I'll see all of you over the next week or so doing various things. Cheers, guys. Have yourselves a great one, and goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That one.